Oh, no, what you got?
We're still waiting
I
on
don't
you
know
to
what these
call.
are.
Okay,
Any of
okay.
these are.
But
This is
He's
all
with
new.
Flavio, so Flavio will probably be on with us too.
Oh,
Alright.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
he just
Taking the
texted me
rest
saying
of
he's
that.
with Flavio.
That's the end of that.
Flavio Sosa.
Cheers. Cheers. Oh, I'm scared. Evil twin.
Why? That's a
You're the
really
evil
good
twin.
one. New Year's Eve in a hotel room.
Is it like
New Year's
25
Eve in New York
ABV?
Hill?
What is it here? Oh,
No.
I had something from them that I didn't pay attention. You know, I don't pay attention to ABV, and then
It's
I
Prairie,
just
it's
drink it, and I'm
nice.
like, oh.
Can I
Avery,
see
that's
the
the
bottle?
dangerous stuff there.
Oh.
Yeah, the
ABV.
Avery will
I
get you
know.
in there, kick you right in the ass.
They have like nothing below 13 or something
I
like that.
know, and I was saying all kinds of shit. I'm talking, like, I'm telling everybody what I think about it.
Okay, we're getting the here you.
ready to go live? All right, going live in 3, 2, 1.
We are back, Brewz Brothers, episode 3.
Number 3.
Podcast for the culture.
Third time's a charm.
Third time's a charm. We are here with some new special guests that we'll introduce in just a second. We're going to get off into some holiday-themed beers and also into some things that we've been drinking since our last podcast and the last time we were together. A lot of nice bottles on the table. And so without further ado, we'll go around the table with some introductions of our Brewz Brothers podcast episode 3. We'll start with you, Brother Wayne Phillips.
Good evening, everybody. And we are on Facebook Live now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Brewz Brothers,
Live.
hopefully we're live. Brewz Brothers live, in real life.
Brewz Brothers in real life.
So this should be a fun evening. Looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Grady, what's up?
Hey, another day, man. I'm excited for episode number 3.
Yes.
Yeah, I see we got a lot of beer on this table.
Quite a bit, man. Quite a bit.
I think you're
we
trying
gonna
to
get
kill
after
us
it.
at night, man.
No, man, you know
Wait a
what?
minute. It's not. I mean, 'tis the season, but bruh, come
Tis
on,
the
man.
It's the season to be
And
jolly.
there are no buts. Tis the season.
Okay, well, let's see what we can do.
Juho, the whale slayer.
Hey, what's up?
My hero.
Back. Didn't make the live one, but back for the studio.
We had a good time
Yeah.
at the live one, man. We really did.
We did.
Thanks. Shout out to Secreto for having us.
Nice.
And our newbie here, our
Uh-oh.
Brewz Brothers
Uh-oh.
podcast first timer,
Hello.
Lady Brewz Brothers Sasha.
Hello. I'm Sasha.
Hey, she got the bell.
Oh,
bell
thank
already.
you. Woo, y'all love me.
Nice. So we'll start off by, and actually we'll have Bernard and Flavio on in just a little bit once we can patch in with them, our Houston Connect. But until then, we'll talk
Hey,
a little bit
they can-
about.
They
What's
can
up?
call in.
That's right. You know
have a
what? We got a
call-in number.
call-in number. And that's new for us, so I glossed right over that. If you want to call in, the number is 248-809-5004.
Say that one more time real slow.
248-809-5004. Give us a call. Let us know what you're drinking and what you think about what we're drinking. Right now, we got a Prairie
Christmas bomb.
Christmas bomb going around.
2018.
Brand new to the scene. So that one's going down real well right now.
It's gone down.
It's gone down. Yeah, it's a wrap.
Took the last.
So what else we got going on this evening? What else do we have? What other bottles and cans and whatnot do we have around the table? I know I have a Flying Buffalo Great Lakes coffee, which was good. Consistently my favorite variant of the Flying Buffalo series. They're all good, but the Great Lakes coffee to me is the shining star.
My hero.
And here's Juho
What's going
going
on?
in his
I know.
bucket.
What you doing down
He's
there?
going in there. He's pulling out Sprite, but he,
It's barely.
barrel aged Sprite.
Oh, I had a double stack the other day in line, waiting for some Bourbon County, which we should talk about.
We can talk about that.
Talk about that soon.
Well, Sasha's not only a first timer on Brewz Brothers, but she's also a first timer to Bourbon County. She jumped off into that for the first time last week, right?
I did.
Yeah,
Good, right?
It was delicious.
Okay.
Now-
I see why people stand in line in the cold for it.
If we're going to talk about the Bourbon County variants, are we going to talk about those new Sprite variants?
We
Since
should.
Juho-
They got a mixed, there's a mixed berry Sprite that you can get at McDonald's,
I
man.
was just about to bring that up. Those are amazing.
It's refreshing.
Sprite
It
variants,
really is.
As
far as Sprite goes, man, it's top notch, man.
So you're joking, but no, that stuff's amazing.
It's good.
I love it.
I will go to McDonald's just for mixed berry Sprite. unless they got some barrel aged.
Sometimes you can do variants right.
Sometimes
Sometimes you can do variants right.
So Joe, I want you. This is like one of my favorite beers of all time.
that Bell's 30th anniversary
It never
is classic.
disappoints.
Yep.
Dude.
It
Never
does
disappoints.
not disappoint. I think that the ones I have
gonna
are
be a
now
great
going
night.
on 3 years old, and they just, to me, they get fudgier and more brownie like as they age.
Oh yeah,
Amazing.
Yeah,
it's amazing beer. Amazing beer.
and the barrel aged version is out of this world.
Oh, yeah.
I missed that one.
Oh,
I
it'll
missed that
numb your
one.
top lip.
Oh
Yeah, but you
Okay.
won't mind.
no, I won't mind at all.
What's next up? Sasha,
Yes.
Yes,
your pick.
Your pick.
Ooh.
Your pick.
Ooh. All right. I'm not gonna pick any stuff I brought because it is not as impressive as what y'all brought.
It's all beer. It's all
So,
impressive.
I'm gonna go. I don't want that. Don't.
Wait a minute.
This is the best one.
This is it.
You drink it.
This
I'm
is
not
why
drinking
we're
it.
here.
You know, look.
I suffered through
So
it once.
the it we're referring to is one of these cans from Rochester Mills Holiday Pack.
From last year.
From last
Oh,
year.
from last year.
Because
This-
apparently
the
this year
Christmas
roast.
is
This is
considered.
aged.
Oh.
This is aged.
Aged.
Cellar aged. Detroit
Okay.
bold coffee.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm not drinking that shit. So can I say shit?
Oh,
you just said it twice.
It's already done now.
times.
I want to go for this Evil Twin. Christmas Eve at New York
Straight
City
out the
Hotel.
gate.
Straight out the gate.
Oh, wow. All right. Do I get to open?
Evil
Yeah, you
Twin
can-
Christmas
can you
Eve
open
in
it?
a New York
If you have
hotel
a bottle
room.
opener.
Of course. As a matter of
we have
fact,
a
There's
bottle
like
opener.
allow me to do
27
the
bottle
honor.
openers. And thank you.
Either way, whatever
Oh.
works.
We'll check you out. Thank
Openers
you.
on openers on openers.
Let me finish this first. I'm drinking the Christmas one. All right.
Okay.
Pours pretty nice. Yeah, pass this way, I suppose.
It's like pour pass.
Pour pass, exactly. Pardon our relative silence as
Yeah.
you hear beer
Yeah.
pouring here.
Yeah.
But also since we are pour passing, and this is our newbies' first time here with
Yes.
us. Sasha, why don't you tell us how did you get involved in this craft beer game?
Oh, I went to Ashley's in Ann Arbor.
Okay.
And sometime in the early 2000s, and I was with a group of people. I ordered Blue Moon.
Did they laugh at you?
They laughed at me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They should.
And the guy
I wasn't
was,
there, but I would have laughed at you.
Yeah. Now I laugh. But it was at the time. That was what I knew. That's pretty good. So I ordered that, and the
Got
guy
a nice orange on the side of it,
Yeah.
Oh, you put the orange in
in
it
the
too.
frosted glass.
Yeah. And I know you like those frosted glasses.
Yeah.
So the guy that I'm sitting with says she doesn't want that. She wants a fin du monde. And I was like,
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So sometimes it's best to just let somebody order for you when you don't know what the hell you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't know what the hell I was doing. He ordered for me, and it was wonderful. It remains one of my favorite beers. It's my go-to. And that was maybe 2002 or somewhere around there.
Yeah,
Wow.
we've all got a staple that we go to, and you and I have talked about this before. Fin de Monde is the one for you, yeah.
It is delicious. I love
All
it.
right.
I love triples in general, but
Yeah.
that one.
For
steals
me,
my heart.
in
So you
terms
may
of
like
the
these.
Belgian, I'm a big fan of Brother Thelonious,
Love it.
and I went from that to Saint Bernardus ABT 12,
I had the other day. As
which
a matter of fact.
yeah.
Yes.
So those are the ones that kind of got me into the whole Belgian scene. And now, I mean, I love a good Belgian quad, a good Belgian double, triple, whatever you call it, Belgian 5, whatever.
Here, we're over here looking at these Belgian Christmas ales.
I was getting excited.
And,
Doing a little dance.
you know, bourbon barrel aged Belgian Christmas ales.
I mean, bourbon barrel age, you could have stopped there, and I'd have been fine.
Yeah, I
with it.
was.
This one's port barrel aged, though, so I'm real interested in that.
Oh.
So yeah, we're gonna have some
See?
fun tonight. We're gonna
Boy, oh boy.
yeah. So as you started to move beyond Fin du Monde and starting to get in some other things, what has been some standouts for you in that time?
No Rules was one of mine.
Ah,
I
yeah.
love
Yep.
that one.
Underrated.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really underrated.
And
it really
now that
is.
Bourbon County just I felt like it was right up there.
Rocked your world a little
It was
bit.
really good.
Okay.
Really good. And I only got one, and I'm kicking myself for that.
Did you get a regular? Just regular
I got a
stout?
regular because I'd never tried any
Okay,
of it.
okay,
So
okay.
he had all of them when I went to go buy them.
You
Can I
should have
say
bought-
who had them? We'll give a shout out to who.
I mean,
I,
he had them all and you turned them all
I didn't know.
away?
I
Oh, my
wanted to.
goodness.
So we talked afterwards. We talked afterwards, and I said if they got them all, always get the vanilla.
Right. Always.
Always get the vanilla.
Okay. Well, now I know.
I'll tell you. I have a vanilla story for you. I tell you, man.
He had them all and you turned them all away.
Well, he asked me which one I wanted, and I said I've
Oh.
never had it.
And so he gave you a regular.
Well, no, I said I've never had it, so give me the regular.
Oh,
I got to start from somewhere.
Well,
right?
for future reference, put us on the lifeline in your cell phone. Because if you had text me and say, "Hey, he's got them all.
You'd have been
What
like-
should I get?" I would say,
Vanilla.
"Get the vanilla."
Yeah, get the vanilla. Get
It's
the
the
vanilla.
hardest. It's gonna be the hardest to find.
Yep.
The regular, quite honestly, the regular. As the hype dies down, there'll be some around. It won't be hard to get a
Now
hold
you're
of.
telling me this.
Well, now you ask.
You didn't ask.
all right. I learned my lesson, but it was delicious nonetheless.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
really
Good.
great.
Well, glad you enjoyed it. I'm sure the folks at Goose Island and AB InBev are glad you enjoyed it. And,
Ooh.
Ooh, you said that.
ABM.
Oh,
yeah.
You know, the thing about it, though,
Is
you
that
would
still craft beer?
yes.
Or are we too early for that discussion?
No, I mean it's a great segue. I mean,
is.
you know,
It is.
it's AB InBev owned, and but I mean, I don't know how much that changes the way they do a flagship beer like Bourbon County. I mean, obviously they've got 312 and a number of other middle of the road beers, in my opinion, middle of the road beers that don't do a lot for me. But when it comes to Bourbon County, Goose Island, does it right, and regardless of how you feel about big corporations buying out smaller breweries, to this point, in my opinion, it has not affected the quality of Bourbon County Stout, with the exception of, was it the 15 batch?
That was the
15.
infected batch.
That was
Yes,
infected,
batch, yeah.
and I personally hit the jackpot on that lot because none of my bottles were infected.
Oh,
I
I
had
had
like
a
3 of
bad
them, and they were
barley
all
wine.
fine. So,
I think we
Yes.
put my barley wine out at Dan's going away party.
Dude, the
Remember
barley
that?
wine was terrible.
It was
happy
terrible.
birthday, Dan.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Dan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sasha's got a birthday this month.
I do.
When's
December
your-
22nd.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Happy
It's like,
birthday.
thank you.
Yeah.
I have
Thank
a
you.
birthday this
Coming
month.
up.
I accept PayPal.
Wayne's got a birthday every month.
Well, no, I do really have a birthday this month.
Do you really?
I really do.
He'll be
Is it the
22,
22nd?
right?
I'm 39.
39. Oh,
Again?
39.
39.
Again, right?
Yeah.
39. Okay.
How many times is this now?
I stopped counting.
It'll be the 11th anniversary. my 11th anniversary.
That'll do.
Of my 39th birthday.
Well, cheers to birthdays.
Next Wednesday. Next
Hey,
Wednesday.
Oh.
next Wednesday.
Yeah.
So next Wednesday on Brewz Brothers.
It's really going to be
looking for
Wednesday. It was Wednesday.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
double
so
Wednesday.
Be looking out for some pretty primo stuff.
Wednesday Square.
Popping out on Brewz Brothers. I personally will commit to popping out whatever whales I have for Wednesday
Wednesday Square.
Wednesday Square.
I don't have any
For
whales.
those that know me,
could
you
do
know I
a
don't
lot.
hesitate to pop a good beer on any day. So
Yeah.
I'll pull out something that properly commemorates my brother's birthday. You know,
I got
And-
some minerals, though. I got-
and-
It'll also
for
be
me-
Harry's Day.
oh.
And the 22nd.
every day is Harry's
What
Day.
did we do?
Sasha, we got you covered.
Yeah.
What year is this Evil Twin?
Where'd the
14,
bottle go?
15, 16?
It's over there.
It is.
Seems like it's died off
I
just
think
a
it's
little
15.
bit.
Is it 15? Yes, it's a 15.
Yeah, it's
15,
not as sharp as it was fresh. Still good, but it's died off just a little bit.
It doesn't feel as boozy to me as some of their other things I've had.
Well, that's the thing, because it still is boozy. It just doesn't feel as boozy.
Just sneaky boozy.
Yeah, it's a 10%.
10%.
It's
Yeah.
10%.
From 15.
You know, look at this table. There's no palate cleansers on here. Do we have any IPAs or?
Nah, because I think that.
Sheesh.
What's that?
Juho with the grapefruit sour again. Is that
Oh,
Double
no,
IPA.
That's a palate cleanser.
No, it's
Well-
not. I got some water. I'll
Well,
hold on to that.
our brother Christian stole the rest of my koshes that I had the last.
Did he?
year.
Oh,
He did.
okay.
He did.
Okay.
Is that why he didn't come back?
Maybe so. Maybe so.
You know, he called and said, "Hey, will you guys be all right without me?" I didn't know it was because he was, stealing beers and hiding.
He absconded with those koshes that we were using for palate cleansers. But looks like Juho's got us covered, kind of, sort of.
Sour though?
It's not that sour.
Grady loves sours.
Yeah, Grady is the sour fiend.
We're gonna
here.
pass right by Grady with that. No.
So let's just kind of get a rundown of what we've got on the table. I think we started but didn't finish. So like I said, I've got the Great Lakes Coffee Flying Buffalo variant in front of me, along with a 2016 Rum Barrel Pumpkin. We've got a 2014 Becarius Winter Ale and a Noel from our folks at Goose Island, as we were talking about Bourbon County. And this is a Belgian dark. I'm going to enjoy this. 9.5% alcohol. Bottles clanging. We've got the Reserva here, the Belgian Christmas Bourbon Barrel. 2013 Bourbon Barrel. Got another Reserva Belgian Christmas Ale Port Barrel from 2013. Then we've got a Course and Donk Christmas Ale. Nice. All right. We've got a
Is Harry gonna do all of these?
Yep.
Smithland 2015.
All right.
Does sound like he's
Oh.
fading. Sash, why don't you pick up where he?
We've got the great Cafe Death.
Yes, it is. That's a special request, I think, by you, as a matter of fact.
It was because I did
James, yeah.
I did the regular Death Star, which is amazing.
It's good beer.
It is.
Cafe Death I had over at One Under a couple of weeks ago. Shout to Steve Tamina with a great
Yes.
event at that barrel aged piece
When
a
in
couple
doubt.
of weeks ago.
When in doubt.
And so what you hear popping open now is the Cafe Death, and it'll be making its way around the table.
Am I picking up? Did we do this one already?
No, we didn't.
We didn't.
All right. They left the ones that I brought. I'm wounded.
Well, because you kept them over there next to you, like you didn't want me to announce it. I thought you wanted to do the honors.
She doesn't want to share.
I don't because
It's not Saturday.
Well, she's got
Anyway.
on a sparkly shirt, so that means she's here to
okay,
share.
you're gonna make me blush, and I'm always sparkly. Now let me just do. Okay, so Samuel Smith's Winter Ale, Winter Welcome Ale.
Nice.
I got that. This is readily available. All the stuff I got is kind of easy to find. Lump of Coal Dark Holiday Stout.
It sounds legit. What's the ABV on that?
It is.
Oops,
I don't know. It's not easily.
Yeah, we'll work it out.
We'll see.
Lump of coal works for me.
Criminally Bad Elf. So there was a series of Bad Elf beers, and there were 3 of them, and I bought all 3. The first one was like 4%, so I didn't bring it because you guys are better than that. So
we might have needed that.
we were right. That could have been our palate cleanser. This one's 10.5. Barley wine style ale, so we'll try it. That's my kind of ABV.
And then Bernard has checked in on the visual with the text here. They've got some barrel aged 4-bean that they're working on down there, as well
that
as
stuff
a
is good.
Boulevard whiskey
that
barrel
one.
stout. Boulevard does good stuff with
They
those
do.
whiskey barrels.
They do. Very Bad Elf.
Very bad elf.
7.5%. So that goes.
Was that a movie with Will Ferrell?
It does sound like a Will Ferrell movie.
Elf.
I love Christmas, so I'm excited to have Christmas beers. This is the Bell's 30th anniversary.
Sasha, what holiday don't you love?
I don't. There's an answer to
it's
that.
right. Yeah, there is an answer. The answer is 0.
I'm festive.
Well,
That's what I
nothing
do.
wrong
Wrong
with that.
being that.
what I
Wrong
do.
with that.
Yeah.
Hey,
All right, kicking it over to you.
Juho.
I got last year's Barrel Aged Morningwood Funky Buddha, Hudson Valley Glycerin, one of the Prairie Dog Stouts, the French Toast Brunch,
Oh, that's gonna be amazing.
Great Notion Double Stack.
Double stack. The legend.
Then I got a Old Hickory Imperial Stout with honey. Old Hickory, they don't. I don't think they're distributed around here, but they're really good. And I got a Jackie O's Champion Ground.
Oh wow.
Juho's always got some Jackie O's. Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Dude, Jackie O's is almost amazing. If they could just get the mouthfeel right,
They're right there.
So
They're right there.
close.
Yeah.
Their
Yeah.
flavors are great.
Yep. I concur.
Yeah,
1,000%.
they're so close.
And Grady, what's in front of you?
So, this is actually a great story here.
Ice Mountain Sparkling Water.
Right. Pomegranate lemonade.
Nice.
Oh, no.
Ah.
So, I didn't know that Sasha was going to be joining us this evening. So I
She's
brought
a
her.
surprise guest.
Right. I brought one of her favorite beers of all time. So I have for her an aged to perfection.
It's amazing.
This is the greatest thing. Christmas roast milkshake stout.
Wow.
I don't care if it had a $100 bill wrapped up in it. I'm not drinking it.
Oh,
So
we're
let's
going to drink this.
Well, you know what? While we're on
we have
this,
to drink it now.
Horrible.
we broach this topic every year on Brewz Brothers about this whole Rochester Mills box. Now, it is never my intention to badmouth any particular brewery anywhere. But I have got to say,
Beer speaks for itself.
if beer speaks for itself.
Oh, you guys
I
are harsh,
will-
man. You guys are harsh.
Well, I'm gonna get to you in a second, Juho, because what I have refused to do is to continue to torture myself with this box. I'm not buying it again.
Yep.
I'm not doing it. Now, Juho, you and Andrew Werner
Yep.
every
Yes.
year buy the box in hopes that it improves. And
No, I have no hope that
Yeah,
it'll
no.
improve.
You just accept
It's
the
a-
accept the fact
mediocrity of it all.
It's a tradition.
It's a Christmas.
come on.
It
It
is a
is.
tradition.
It has
And so how
become
did they
part of
tradition?
like hanging the wreath, putting up the tree, going and getting this very mediocre box of
So you're
Christmas
saying
beer.
bad
And
beer
I
and Reef
I
are
think
the
that
same?
mediocre is a stretch. And shout to the people at Rochester Mills. They do some quality work.
Right.
Now, look, I'm just not a fan of the box.
Speaking on,
these stouts are very thin.
Good. Yes, that's my problem with them.
With how mediocre that it really was, my box from last year, I gave to my kids.
Your kids. Not your friends, your kids.
I gave it to my kids, because they're like, Dad, what can we have one? And they're of legal drinking age,
right?
Well, the oldest 3, they're legal drinking age.
Can you have one? You can have 5.
Look,
right.
I gave them the box.
2 apiece.
That's not the funniest part. There's still some left.
Yeah, yeah.
They're smart children.
Well, what he's not going to tell you is that they're going to end up using all this high-end bourbon to bourbon rinse those beers.
That's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So I do have a goal, though. I have never made it through the entire box.
I did.
So there's a method to the madness.
Yes.
Don't do it.
So one year, I'm going to get through all of them. There's always a few left over, and I have some from last year and the year before that. And
Yeah.
but
Well,
one
those
day I'm
are
gonna get
perfect
through
right
them all.
about now.
I mean, they're as good as they're going to get. I mean, I used to have really, really high hopes for the German chocolate variant because I love German chocolate cake. Anybody that knows me and my family, my mom used to make me a German chocolate cake every year for my birthday. I love German chocolate cake. And that variant of that stout is disappointing because it's so thin. Like they kind of nail the
That's
flavor.
Rochester Mills.
Yeah, it is. And they kind of nail the flavor.
Yeah.
But there's no mouthfeel. There's not enough alcohol.
And you're not going to get too much mouthfeel with these
Yeah.
5-6%
You're not.
like stouts. I mean, they're
Right.
there's just so low ABV. It's not going to happen. But for what they are, they're all right.
We've got somebody on the line.
Yes.
Bernard Jackson joining
All
us.
right. Welcome.
Is Flavio with you too?
Yes, he is.
Flavio Sosa.
Hey, Flavio,
Good
Bernard.
evening, gentlemen.
How y'all doing?
All right.
Good.
Doing
Drinking good like y'all. What's happening?
Not much. We actually could see you. We put you guys on the TV screen.
Word.
Oh, all right, all
then,
right.
then. Hey, Flavio, I appreciate that box, man. Return Fire is coming to you real soon.
Can't wait, boss.
Oh,
Yeah.
some more beers from Texas have made it up here?
They have, man. Flavio looked out for
Any wedded souls yet?
no weather souls yet, man.
Okay.
That's a
I'm
tough
just-
one to pull. That's a tough pull.
Man, you a subtle guy, man.
It's a tough pull, man.
Subtlety was always, one of my strong points there, Bernard. I've always been
tough
told
pull.
that was a strength of mine.
But Flavio did get me the man. That blueberry crumble is amazing. It's real heavy on the cinnamon, but once it warmed up, that cinnamon died down a bit, and the blueberry and chocolate came through. It was a really good beer. So I got one left in the. I still got the Berliner and the cream IPA or the milkshake IPA rather to get to. So I appreciate it.
Follow him home, Wayne.
What's that?
I said follow him home, Wayne.
Oh,
If you follow me home, you're gonna have to sleep over. You know how that go.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna send him out of my house once we get after what we do in house.
I hear you.
So what else y'all got going on down there rather? We're on this Cafe Death right now, which is
excellent.
Fantastic.
is excellent.
We're both still working on our first beer.
Oh
What
man,
is it?
what are y'all doing, man? First beer, it's 7:40 in the evening, man. Come on.
This guy was eating dinner with his kids, man.
Oh, he gets a pass, and I get that. All right.
Okay.
Family time trumps everything. I get that.
What's the first beer?
I have the Boulevard Whiskey Barrel Imperial Stout, and he's working on barrel aged 4 beans by 6 points.
Yep.
Ooh,
right.
that
Okay.
4
That's got to be
beans.
nice. What are your thoughts on the 4 bean?
Mouthfeel is just as thin as the other one, as the just a regular 4 beans, but that barrel age is coming in real nice, real roasty. I'm a fan. I'm gonna
deal.
pick up some more.
Yeah, I need to acquire some of that at some point.
And you said I'm the subtle one, huh, Bernard?
Hint.
Sasha, I hear you celebrating a birthday this month. That makes
Yes,
two of
sir. Oh, when is your birthday?
Yes, indeed. Bernard's a
The
Christmas
20
baby.
On Christmas?
Day after.
the 24th.
I'm sorry, day before. My auntie is day after. I get y'all confused.
Now,
Right?
now, Bernard, you said 2 of us. It's 3 of us. You left me
Oh.
out. I was really not joking. Next Wednesday is Wednesday squared.
All right.
And we can't leave out Dan. It's always Dan's birthday.
It's always Dan's birthday.
Yeah.
And I'll prove to you I'm a December baby.
He's not going to pull out his license.
No, I'm not going to do that.
He'll tell you what year it was.
No, a December baby knows this to be truth. When your birthday's in December, you're always told, you get that one special gift.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's for Christmas and your
Yep.
birthday together. Because you're not getting two gifts.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
I feel your pain.
Does that sound like a December baby?
Yes, it does.
I'm a May
Yeah.
baby. I don't have those particular concerns. by the time Christmas comes, we forgot about my birthday. So, yeah, I'm good to go.
Yeah.
I'm January, so I get leftovers.
You get
Aw.
left.
Aw.
Yeah. No worries, though.
I mean, it's okay.
It works out. I can't control when we're born, right?
I love it, though.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. So
We've also got a fine bottle of water making its way across the table. We are responsible drinkers. Make sure you
Yes.
hydrate as you consume. Definitely. So Bernard, we touched on this a little bit the first time we did the whole live piece, and we're really kind of coming. The first in studio podcast. We're really kind of coming full circle here, in that we started off doing Christmas beers and holiday themed beers.
Yes.
I wish you could be in studio with us, man. We got a table full of stuff that's going to be pretty hardcore with that. Is there
Unreal.
anything new and exciting down that way in terms of holiday themed stuff?
That's a good question. I don't know. Flavio is, actually, both of us have been saving money to raid the Christmas party at Brewz because a lot of pieces are getting ready to drop. I know that, not that it's a holiday beer, but I know that in a week or so, we'll be looking for Bourbon Paradise to drop.
Oh, yep. Yeah.
Hey,
Oh, yeah.
keep my address on file, man.
Also from Ingenious Brewing, the same company that I just sent Harry.
Mm-hmm.
Coming out with a little Christmas beer. It's called Turtle Truffle.
Turtle
It's
truffle,
an 8.2% milk stout with caramel, chocolate, and pecans.
Ooh. If it is anywhere near the quality of this blueberry crumble, man, that's going to be amazing.
If it's not, we're going to tear the club up.
Hey, Bernard, we've torn a couple clubs up, so I have no doubt that the club will be adequately torn up should they fail to deliver. Indeed.
What's Juho passing back and forth there, man?
You saw that.
You can see that.
Funky Buddha.
Funky Buddha.
Morning Wood.
Yeah.
All right. That's a cheeky name, man.
It is. Right. We could go all sorts of places with that, right? we got a lady, two ladies in the studio, so we'll keep it clean.
It's the barrel aged Morning Wood at that.
You put your morning wood in a barrel, you never know what you come out with.
Oh, God.
So you got to put it in a barrel and just leave it there for a while. It doesn't say how long it's been aged.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
I'll be down there in January. So
Down in Florida?
Yeah, I'll be down in Florida in January. So
Okay.
I'll definitely try to get down there.
Little Morning Wood.
That sounds so wrong, man.
I mean, the name is what it is. It's morning wood.
Oh, my goodness, you guys.
Are you getting a little flustered?
I'm a little bit.
It's okay.
Let's talk about something else other than morning.
You know what? We can move on. So Sasha, you're gonna get a little bit of focus tonight because you're the newbie.
Yes.
In terms of the podcast, anyway. So, what are your favorite styles? What kind of things do you enjoy? We kind of touched on what your favorite is, your go-to with the fin du monde. But what styles do you enjoy the most?
I like pumpkin ales. I like Christmas ales.
Mm-hmm.
I like a malty beer. I like a little spice. If it's if it's a dark beer and it's malty and spicy, I'm probably all over it.
Okay.
I really like the rum barrel aged. I'm excited about this one you brought because I've not had it.
That rum barrel pumpkin?
Yeah.
I'll tell you, the first time I had that, and shout out to Brother Ed Reed, we went to my house. We were out and about one day and went to my house, and he said, "You got something we could pop open?" Of course I got something we could pop open. And what we reached for was the Rum Barrel Pumpkin. Neither of us had it at that point, and it just so happened that my parents had just returned from a cruise and had brought me a really nice bottle of rum. And so we had the Rum Barrel Pumpkin with a nice glass of rum on the side. And that Rum Barrel Pumpkin has been a favorite of mine since that day. So I'm looking forward to popping this one open. It should be nice. Like I said, it's got a couple of years on it at this point. So
I like
good.
I like rum. I like rum barrel aged, but I like barrel aged beers. Period. I like a little.
How's that Morningwood?
Oh, you know what? There's nothing I can say. I don't want to.
I'm glad we're on live, so it doesn't just seem like she's being silent. So everybody can see her face.
So, let's talk about something other than stop it, Wayne. Oh my God. Ooh, this is lovely. Actually, I like it very much.
It's really good.
Oh,
So aside from beer, what other spirits do you enjoy?
Thank you, Harry.
Yeah, no problem.
Let's see. I like bourbon, although I'm not as well versed as you guys are.
We're bourbon rookies. We don't know anything about bourbon.
Please. Every time I have a question about bourbon, this is where I turn to ask you guys. I like Scotch, but I like my Scotch very peaty.
Okay.
I went
Shout to Lefroy.
Lefroy is my favorite. I'm sad about the 18-year not being made anymore. That was my favorite all time.
I've got to say I enjoy the cask strength, which also is out of production. And I'm disappointed in that, but I happen to have a bottle or two stashed away. That is correct.
Let's talk. But I like Scotch, and I went to a Scotch tasting, and I had this variety of different Scotches, and I didn't dig any of them, and then we got to the Lefroy, and I really enjoyed it. Which was apparently very surprising that a lady likes Scotch that is heavily peated.
So are you a fan of the Lagavulin, which is not as smoky, or Ardbeg?
I like Ardbeg.
Okay.
Ardbeg is a very close second to Lefroy for me.
Yeah, I tell people all the time, if you want to get into a peaty or smoky Scotch, Lagavulin is where you want to start, because if you don't like Lagavulin, you're not going to like Ardbeg or Lefroy. So that's kind of the first one. I was very pleasantly surprised with a Lagavulin release a couple of years ago. They had an anniversary release that was a 10-year, and I believe their standard is a 16. But the 10-year was amazing, and it was a great price point at like $65 a bottle.
Wow.
I hope my wife isn't listening, because if she hears me say it's only $65 a bottle, she's like, "What are you talking about?" But yeah, it's
You can get up there. I think that's what I like about Ardbeg is for the price point. It is
can't beat
good. It is really
Now, the
good.
first time I had Lagavulin, I must have been maybe 25 or 6.
Like
so like
10
12 years ago, 15.
Yeah, just 10, 12 years ago. You know, very, very recent.
A few years.
Mm-hmm.
And it tastes like smoky cough syrup.
Not selling it.
Yeah.
No, right. Not
Well,
sounding great.
the peaty smoky scotches are an acquired taste.
Yes.
The first time we had our Lefroy together, my cousin told me that Lefroy tasted to him like a wet Band-Aid,
Oh, I've heard
which is
that
very
before.
descriptive. And it
never
rings true.
Drank a wet Band-Aid, so
If you've ever smelled a wet Band-Aid, that's what Lefroy tasted like. But
See,
as
now
the years
that's a bad
progress-
visual. I don't
That's
know.
terrible.
Do you want to drink a wet Band-Aid or smell one?
Well,
Neither.
But
Neither.
well, now that I have Lefroy, apparently I like wet Band-Aids, and we've apparently segued into Scotch Brothers. But that's we do that too. That's fine.
Now look, I'm a big fan of not the peaty stuff,
Yeah.
but the Balvinis of the world, the Glenmorangie, that Glenmorangie 18 is
amazing.
phenomenal.
I had a back many years ago when Balvenie was still producing their 10-year.
Mm-hmm.
It was probably one of the best scotches around at the price point.
It was.
You could get a Balvenie 10-year for $48.
There you go.
And they no longer make it.
Yeah.
I may have half a bottle sitting around somewhere.
I've got less than half.
Like because I'm pinching off of it. Because chances are I probably won't come across another bottle. It's been out of production for probably 7 years.
They're getting away
now.
from age statements completely in Scotch.
It's
very
bourbon
difficult.
too, because
Bourbon too.
stuff is running low, man.
Yep.
It's hard to keep up with demand and give it the now I won't say proper aging because aging varies, but it's becoming difficult to age them as long as they have because people want it.
Hey, the nicest Scotch that I ever had was that 25-year Macallan Grand Reserve that came in a wooden box. You know, I had it again about 10, 12 years ago.
Yeah.
When it was only $4.75 a bottle.
Oh, that's all. Yeah.
That's what that now I think is approaching $2,000 a bottle.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it just melted in your mouth.
I had a 30-year-old Glenfiddich.
Oh wow.
Some years ago, and it was pretty amazing. At around the same price, for maybe $4.90 a bottle or something like that. I didn't buy the bottle. I happened to be at a local cigar bar, and they had it up on the shelf, and we bartered the bartender down because the bottle hadn't been opened. It had dust on it, and they wanted like $70 a shot. And I'm like, look, man, clearly you're not making any money off this bottle. It's not open. There's dust on the bottle. There's 5 of us here. You know, give us a deal on the shots. And so we ended up talking them down to $35 a shot.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Well done.
Nice.
That's nice.
Yeah, and once we opened it, fortunately the tab wasn't on me, but once we opened it, we had a couple of shots and a couple of good cigars. We actually had just left a Macallan tasting downtown, so we had already had a few glasses of Macallan in us, but that 30-year-old Glenfiddich was nice. It was really, really nice.
I once moved into a house and they left a bottle of Macallan 18-year.
Nice.
They left.
So, just left it
Housewarming
there.
gift.
Did you?
Right,
You didn't
on the
return
table.
it?
Hell no. I didn't. Oh, that was the first scotch I ever had. So
Oh, that was
So your bar
that
was
was
set
my
high.
first. Yeah, I
My,
know.
my first
Oh.
scotch was either Chivas Regal
Ah.
or let's not frown on Chivas. Chivas.
I like my peat, man.
Well, I do too.
Hey, Grady still drinks Chivas.
I do.
That's my price.
Shout out to Kevin Bell who put me on the Chivas Regal, and then Johnny Walker Black Label. I one time had a really long night off some Johnny Walker Red Label, and since then I will never do anything below Black Label. I'm not doing it. If you don't have Black
Johnny.
Label or above, I'm on water or whatever decent beer you might have. I will not do anything below Black Label when it comes to Johnny Walker. And while I'm speaking of blends, Monkey Shoulder is a really quality blend, and at a nice price point at about $35 a bottle. But I think that I like it so much because part of the blend is Balvenie, and I'm a big fan of Balvenie. So
The Caribbean Cask is still very strong.
that Caribbean Cask 14 can't beat it, man. Hey, Bernard, you and Flavio down there on any scotch, man?
No.
Is it too hot in Texas for scotch?
I think I still have some Caribbean cast of a Glenmorangie somewhere.
Okay. This Funky Buddha is nice.
It is nice, right?
Yeah,
very
It's really
nice.
good.
Yeah. Juho the Whale Slayer. Thank you.
All
for
right.
that.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers to that. Cheers to that.
Whale
The
Slayer.
Maple's died off a little bit. That stuff was.
But it's still there.
It's still there.
Yeah.
It's still there. It's
Yeah.
still pretty strong, but.
So Sasha, you were saying that I was asking you what styles of beer you liked, and I don't know how we veered off.
You
into
asked
scotch.
me what spirits I like outside.
Oh,
That's
I did.
right.
I did. So I maybe cut you short on your list of other styles. So what other styles do you enjoy?
Beers. What else do I like? I really only got into stouts after joining Brewz Brothers.
This
Because I didn't.
this August collection of
Wow.
ladies and gentlemen, yes.
Yes. I just hadn't. I don't know. I just hadn't had any stouts really, and maybe Guinness was the only one I had. And it was okay, but it just
Has
wasn't.
Grady been trying to convince you to drink sours?
You won't get that.
I am avoiding sour. Okay.
At all costs, aren't we all?
Thank you. I live in Ann Arbor. Jolly Pumpkin has an Ann Arbor
yeah.
location.
And
So
Holmes.
yes, and home. We'll get to Homes in a minute. Yes. But I went to the first stout I ever, or the first sour I ever had was from Jolly Pumpkin. Their
Isn't that
sours
amazing?
are sour. They are too sour for me.
Well, that's kind of
So-
their thing.
And
Yeah.
I didn't like it. So I don't like most of the beers that they have.
Right.
And I got
Right.
Catherine, who's my bestie. She's out there. Hi, Catherine.
Hello,
She's also a
Catherine.
member.
Hello,
Yeah,
Catherine.
Hey.
She is.
She loves Jolly Pumpkin. She loves sours. That's where we differ.
Right.
So-
She sounds like a Grady drinking partner.
No, she's not.
She lives in Ann Arbor, Grady.
She'll be sober.
Oh, she's right up the street.
Yeah.
You guys will share some sours, man.
No, she'll be sober messing with me.
Well, she won't be sober. She just won't be drinking
she'll
any
be
sours.
sour,
right?
yeah.
So
Grady's sober.
if there is
I'll be sober, yeah.
if there is a sour out there that someone thinks that I can enjoy, then I am willing to try it. But I just can't. Bell's got close with that Larry's sour because it wasn't really sour.
Hey,
Give me my
sour,
opinion.
if you're really interested in sour that you can actually take down in Genius's Away, I know I keep bringing up the brewery, but them guys are putting out some phenomenal things out right now. And I personally hate sours, but
Join the club, brother.
I knew I liked
drinking
you for a
vinegar.
reason.
Hey, and I'm looking at getting into that Berliner you sent me, man. I'm gonna probably get into that tomorrow.
hey, they brought
Berliner's
me
a sour,
around, man.
Sasha.
They really brought me around when it came to sours. Now when I go out there, sours aren't out the question. Those are
I know
first
that.
I go after now.
Yeah, yeah. And I've said this before. For me to drink a sour, it's got to be fruited and it's got to be 6+ on the ABV. Otherwise, I am not going to enjoy it.
So what
Yeah.
do we think about Holmes? And I'm assuming we're talking about the sherbet line.
Well,
I don't like them, so don't ask me.
I'll say I have.
This is the wrong group to ask, right? I don't think anyone here likes sours.
I did like the guava, and I really like a lot of the other things that Holmes does. I
guava's
particularly
okay.
like that King Cold Brew. That is
No, that's
King
good.
Cold Brew's
Yeah.
really
That's
good.
good.
King
Yeah,
Cold
that's good.
Brew is good,
Yes.
and their
Really good.
IPAs are great.
yes, they do a great IPA.
Who's it?
Shout out to
Flavio.
Was good.
Flavio, you got some Holmes IPAs coming your way. I got you covered.
I don't like sour beers. I prefer them a bit more tart.
You know,
Not sour.
Tart Wayne.
Tart Wayne.
Tart Wayne.
Tart, not sour.
Tart, not sour.
I don't know if they count, but a couple of those Weldworks ones that Dan sent over, those fruited milkshake IPAs, those
They were.
they were tart, but they were really good.
Yeah, they were really
They
good.
were really good. I don't know if that counts.
that
though.
lemonade tart. That
I
was
still
nice.
haven't had any of those.
Yeah, well,
Birthday boy,
Okay.
Dan, we're
Dan.
gonna make sure that
My birthday's on the 22nd.
we'll make sure Sasha gets you her
Dan's
address.
birthday's the 22nd too.
Yeah, Dan's birthday is the 22nd, the 23rd, the 24th.
Oh, every day.
Every day.
Every day's Dan's birthday.
he's getting old fast.
You get-
Happy
yeah,
birthday,
Dan.
Dan.
So
Dan, you
Sasha,
listen out there. Happy birthday.
I also know that you're a fan of Wolverine.
I am.
That's
I
one
love
of your
Wolverine.
neighborhood
Dude, I like
spots.
Wolverine.
Yes.
What's your
Wolverine.
favorite from them?
Massacre.
Gotta love Massacre.
Massacre's
I love
great.
Massacre. I do love Massacre. It's good, but that's not my favorite. My favorite that I've had from them ever was the Oktoberfest.
Oh, I've
Oh.
never.
I
I've had
don't
that
know
one.
what the deal
No, I
was with
have
that
had
one,
that.
but I love that.
They do a great Oktoberfest. They kind of perfected the style.
It's really good.
And touching on Massacre, I do believe that Massacre is probably one of the most nationally slept on beers.
It's very good. It is.
Anytime I send somebody, like I'll toss in a Massacre as an extra
Yeah.
if I'm trading beer
They
with
love it.
somebody. And they always, without
great.
fail, they get back to me like, yo,
Yes.
can you get some more of this? And I'm
That-
like, yeah, I can get plenty of it. It's, you know, it's,
Right, it's
it's
like
always
right
around.
Yeah, yeah.
So
always there.
That lager is different. That's not like any
Right,
other
I
lager
thought it
I've
was
ever
a
had.
stout
No.
for
Yeah.
a long time.
Yeah, It goes down like a really high ABV strong ale, or
It's
almost
good.
like a stout. It's weird
Yes, it
stuff.
And I applaud Wolverine for sticking to their recipe.
They're
Yes.
awesome.
They're like, we're all lagers all
Yes,
the time.
Yep.
yes, and,
that's
they do
what
them
we do.
great.
We don't do
Yes.
stouts. We don't do porters. We do lagers.
Did you see
and-
the
Yes.
post by them? They got a barista that's barrel aged with maple.
They do.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Special there.
That's gonna be good.
Barista is
I'm
outstanding.
gonna
beer.
need a piece of that.
Outstanding.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you know the good thing about Wolverine is that Massacre Day, in terms of release, is probably the most relaxed, laid-back release ever.
Yeah.
You get in there, the adjuncts are always available, and you gonna get fucked up. Cause I tell you, look,
Make it plain.
we
Greg,
go
make it
every
plain.
Stuff
we
is
go.
strong.
So we
the
go.
bell.
It's about 5 of us. There's about 5 of us from Brewz Brothers who go every year.
Yeah.
And we go there just for that Massacre Day, and we get each adjunct. And this year they had 5. And I'm gonna tell you, man.
I think I ran across y'all on Massacre.
Yeah, and I stumbled out the parking lot.
See, and I was going to bring that story up because
Oh.
I was so mad.
Man, but I
Because I
called
happened
you,
to be in Ann
and
Arbor,
I called you.
and I was waiting on this guy
Yeah.
that you stumbled across.
Oh,
Waiting on him, and he stumbling across you.
Oh,
When
man.
I could have been there too.
You were in Ann Arbor. You didn't tell me.
oh.
Well, in fairness, I didn't even get out of the
I
car.
had some bread pudding for you.
No, you didn't, and you got a hell of a bottle for me too.
I
Man.
did.
On the humble.
I got
on the humble.
On the humble. I didn't even. You know
don't
what?
believe it.
I didn't even know whose hand it was that reached in the car, but I ended up with a barrel-aged expedition stout out of the deal.
Yeah.
So I didn't ask who gave it to me. I just.
Did you
but
get any bread pudding while you were there?
I did not. But that's
But,
where,
you know, it's
that's
good,
where I
though.
got that
You've had,
coffee.
he's
It's
had
good.
the bread, but you
It
both
was
had the
really-
bread pudding,
and it's
right?
excellent.
was good.
That's where I
Yes.
got that coffee gravity from that I brought to the hotel that we
I don't believe
subsequently
either of those
put the
guys.
mash on.
I swear I can cook.
I'm sorry, Juho. Have you had the bread pudding?
I didn't know you, so
Raise your
No,
hand
no,
if
no.
you've had the bread pudding.
raise it
I've not
high,
had the bread
fellas.
pudding.
I only
So-
believe my hero. And his hand didn't go up, so
I would like to have some of this bread
if-
pudding.
I
He
will
does not
gladly
buy-
give you some.
Bernard, your culinary acumen would appreciate Sasha's bread pudding.
and we could go to war, man.
It is not a competition. There's enough for everybody.
No, hey, let's make it a competition because I want to be a judge. Put me up on it.
Bernard, what else do you cook well?
Oh, this is gonna
you
take
go.
the rest of the podcast. Go for it, Bernard. What else do you cook well?
We got 8 minutes to break. Go ahead, man.
Oh man, we like seafood down here.
Okay.
Okay.
What you see?
You see is what you eat.
What you eat. You know, that type of seafood.
Oh.
I see food.
So
I eat
so
it.
now how's your gumbo?
Uh-oh. That sounds like a challenge right there.
I'm just saying.
It does sound like
Shalom.
I can burn a little bit with my gumbo. So
Hey, remember the old breakdancing days? You know, look like Sasha rated two-step. How's your gumbo?
right. Hit you with a headspin.
He
Flick
didn't
of the
answer.
wrist.
I think gumbo's good, but not as good as cornbread.
Ooh.
Oh.
you said not as good as your cornbread?
Cornbread.
I don't know.
That boy Bernard's cornbread is fantastic.
Okay.
So maybe we need to put the cornbread with the gumbo.
I think that is
They
the
do
plan.
go hand in
They
hand.
do go
Yes,
hand in hand. We
yes.
got to work something out.
Yeah.
All right.
So for those that don't know, a lot of the Brewz brothers are not just you can't just drink great beer and eat crappy food.
No.
Or smoke crappy
Yes.
cigars or drink crappy spirits. Where if you drink good beer, you probably want good stuff.
Oh yeah, we're snobs all
Yes.
around.
Snobs all around.
You might as well. If you're going to do it,
Yes.
do it right.
Exactly, right?
Indeed.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I'm definitely a bit of a foodie. I'm certainly not the culinary genius that Bernard is, but I definitely enjoy cooking, and I know that our brother Wayne also does enjoy doing some cooking. But there's nothing like a great meal, either complemented by or followed by a really good beer.
It's true.
We're going to have to designate a one podcast specifically towards pairing.
Yes.
Yeah,
Please
towards
invite me.
pairing
And tasting.
and
That's my favorite.
even towards
I
the
will bring you
idea.
things.
And tasting.
Yeah, 'cause
Pairing and tasting.
I will.
You know.
And a lot of times you'll see me post on Brewz Brothers. If you ain't drinking, you ain't cooking. So I have I have beers that I'll drink as I'm preparing a meal, and I don't necessarily want anything that's going to put me on my ass while I'm trying not to burn food. But I'm going to have something that's going to keep me going while I'm getting something prepped.
Grady, since you're our secretary, let's make a note that we're going to have that Karen episode the first week of February.
That's right.
Got
You'll
you.
be here.
You'll be in
Okay.
town. You'll be in town.
Oh.
Perfect. Yep,
Absolutely.
That's all right.
Okay, listen,
Book
let's
it.
get
Now, wait a minute.
together and cook some stuff.
Our secretary has been lacking a little bit, and we need to discuss that as well. I was going to bring this up privately.
No,
But
no.
There's
There's no secrets in this group, man.
Let's see if he's going to write that down to remember that.
I
We're
don't
going to
see
have
a
to.
pen.
We're going to have to
I don't
dock
see
his
him
pay.
taking a
Hey,
note.
guess what?
We're going to have to dock his
This is
pay.
recorded. I got you.
A long
Oh.
pencil beats a short
Okay.
mind.
Okay.
My ROTC instructor used to tell me
Yeah.
that.
I got you. The notes will be forthcoming.
Okay. If not, we're docking your pay.
timely notice.
So, Sasha, you got notice.
Yes.
The In Studio podcast in February. Bernard will be in town. So at some point, we're going to be expecting not only bottles, but plates on this table.
I promise you I can bring you better
In
plates
addition-
than I
Excellent.
can bottles.
That's
Yeah,
fine. I mean,
well,
you brought
that's-
some
hey,
good
you
bottles.
brought
So
some bottles.
But
And they will be
I
open.
Really,
Yeah.
It'll be
Now,
open.
I can really cook. I really
since
do my
this
magic
is
in
a
the kitchen.
recorded line, in
Right,
addition to
right.
the bread
Wayne.
pudding, I've heard about this gumbo.
Yeah.
This gumbo fantasy or you know
this alleged gumbo.
this alleged unicorn gumbo.
It's
So
true. It's true.
we'll find out in
It's true
February.
according to whom?
To everyone. Wait. Oh, you've not had it. Have you?
I'm not. That's what I'm saying. I haven't had it.
Juho, have you had the gumbo?
I have not.
I just
See?
met him
Okay.
today.
Have you had the gumbo?
I'm still a little
Lauren,
mad about this.
Lauren, have you had the gumbo?
Lauren's ignoring us.
She's,
right
yeah,
now.
she's
Our
ignoring us.
Yeah,
foolishness
she's ignoring
today.
us.
Ellen, have you had the gumbo?
She's like, hey, here I am.
Have you
I
had
know.
the gumbo?
No.
Okay, there you go.
Oh,
There you go.
So
Okay,
as,
that's
it
a bunch
stands,
of
as it
BS.
stands now, one person in the studio can attest to the goodness of this gumbo.
Okay.
I personally cannot go off of one person's vouch.
Okay. Does everyone
what?
eat
Particularly
seafood?
if it's
Is
the
everyone-
one person who makes the gumbo.
Listen.
Ellen,
Do not insult my gumbo. It's delicious.
I think we're going to cut to our first break now.
Yeah, I
Since
think
we
it's
only
a good
had
time.
one person with the gumbo before this just
Yep.
up. you know,
It's an
there's an
appropriate
uproar.
break.
and it's-
February.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see.
All the gumbo
February.
you can stand, yes.
Now this is recorded. February we're gonna have
February, I'll
gumbo.
bring you gumbo.
So the in studio podcast in February, that'll put us at what, episode 5?
No,
6?
that will put us at.
Oh, no,
4,
'cause we got
5.
2 in January too.
2
So
in January, yeah. That put us at 7.
so episode
Lucky
7.
number 7.
Yeah, episode
Lucky
7. Be
7.
looking for us to review some gumbo,
All right.
And
Everybody
bread
eat
pudding.
all
some
the
bread
stuff.
pudding,
Okay,
And
how
whatever
much
other
do you want?
surprises.
some cornbread from Bernard,
Cornbread,
whatever
and, you know,
else.
whatever
we
else-
can, yeah.
other
How much stuff
surprises
am I
that-
cooking for this
The
event
most
now?
Hey, I'll bring some
anticipated
napkins.
Podcast.
I'll bring the plasticware.
I'm gonna bring my appetite.
Right, there you go.
So on that, we'll go to break, and we will be back very shortly. Brewz Brothers Podcast, Episode 3 for the culture.
How are we feeling about that last one?
Dude, this is weird.
Yeah, okay, right?
I don't like this.
It's a little sour, tart, something going on there. I just don't.
What
I don't
year
like
is
it. That wasn't the port one.
It's a 13.
Is that the 13?
Is that a pork?
It
This
may
one
have-
is
it
weird.
may
Oh,
have-
I was
yeah.
like-
This is the port one.
It tastes off. Something's wrong about
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
It might just be old. It's
Yeah,
5 years
yeah.
old at this point. So
We can have a,
Well.
we can have a, give us a dump cup.
We do need a done cup. I'm gonna pass on that one.
Yeah, seriously. This is sort of gross.
Hey, look, I opened it up. I just swear I was like, oh no, bruh.
This one's scary.
I'll take you guys' word for it.
No, you need a palate cleanser.
I need some water. Yeah, pass me one of these empty cups and I'll pour some of this
fine Aquafina.
barrel-aged Aquafina in. We got to get some of that Lagunitas hop water in here.
Oh,
No, that's not a thing.
Oh, it is a thing.
it's a thing.
It should not.
It's a
They
thing.
got hot soda.
Did you get
too.
mine?
It's actually pretty good.
Is it really?
Yeah. Pippin's got curious some of that.
Dom's got a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
You gonna try to get down in the studio and thing?
We are going to get down in the studio at some point.
So, are we live on the
Facebook?
page?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They can see us.
Yeah, the mics are off, but
They can see us. They don't do anything silly.
Yeah,
They can see me acting a fool.
right.
So, someone's asking me for the link.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ellen, do we have a link, a live link?
It should be on the page. Just go on the
I'm
page.
here. Got it.
If they want to listen to the podcast live, they can go to the PodcastDetroit website. Downtown studio on the
Yeah, because I logged in. So we're going
Yeah,
live.
yeah.
from
Okay.
Facebook.
So, but, okay. All right.
You got a call there?
This place is pretty good.
No, they just want a emergency file just in case something goes wrong. My favorite has actually been that.
That was good.
That was good.
I was looking for something to, I mean, that's still got, this is really damn good.
It used to
Is
be a
the
lot
bathroom
better.
up here?
I have the most recent one too at home. I can bring that sometime. Man, when that was first released, dude, it was just maple syrup. It was maple syrup with a little beer.
That's maple syrup. Double stack? That's maple syrup.
Not mine. It's
Really?
Not mine. Yeah, it's not strong.
I had that when I was standing in line for Bourbon County.
Yeah.
I had a can of that. We opened a can of that.
Man, that shit Andrew got from Indiana.
Oh, the 420?
Yeah,
I heard it was really, really good.
that shit, maple bar.
Oh, that sounds great.
It is great.
Damn.
Should have brought a can.
How many you get? How many you got? 2, 3?
I had a 4-pack. I got
4
3
pack.
left.
Okay.
So, you know, great. Well, you know, all you guys got open invite. But you know,
Maybe we have a share.
find yourself in the hood.
I pass by the food. I mean, sometimes I just can't stop because I'm tired.
I hear you, brother. I hear you.
Sometimes, like, which is why I try to bring the beer in the morning. Cause
Right.
I know I can
By
make
the
it in the
end of
morning.
the day, it's
just
like, yeah, I hear you.
when I get home, did you do this? Did you do this? I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, today.
You know, you got the honeydew list.
Yeah,
I'm hip. I know all about it.
Yeah,
I'm fresh
so-
off parent-teacher conferences.
So I rolled the punches.
I'm in a good mood because we got good reports. I'm not telling you what I would have done like that. Had it been the other way, my daughter is such a spitfire, man. I go in there and I know what the teacher's gonna say. But at home, she shows her ass every time she gets there.
Yeah.
So I always want to make sure with the teacher that she's not showing her ass at school. So
That's
at
hilarious.
very least, she knows how to compose herself. in
Right.
public.
Right. Well, that's a good thing.
Well, it is a good thing, and now I can say to her, look, I know you know how to act because you don't show your ass at school. You stop showing your ass at home. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But Dad, I can see get them eyes. Yep.
Man, those eyes and that little smile. Man,
you need to get a bottle open before we
got one right back. I thought it was being passed around.
You know, we had
my Hiram ski is right there.
Oh,
yeah.
Go ahead, and crack some. I think this might be your turn.
Yeah, I rolled pumpkin.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Wait for him. We got about. What is it? 5 after. Try to go back on about 2-3 minutes.
Okay. Gonna go on 8:15
or what time? What's the time?
Right. Tell us what's the good time.
Okay. Okay, 5. Let me run to the restroom before I. Although you hate to break the seal. You know what happens? You break the seal.
Yeah, be all night, bro. 16 in, 32 out.
Show you right.
And the older you get, the harder it is to hold. Yo, you wouldn't know anything about that, right?
You still young,
man. Oh, you didn't get caught, did you, Juwan?
Not really, not yet. They haven't. We're not doing the release yet. That should start. Actually, it should be starting really soon. But they wanted a emergency backup file just in case something goes wrong. They want it now so they can patch it quickly if something goes wrong.
I got a friend who works for Domino's and he's in supply chain.
Who's that?
Jerry Hugo.
Jerry Hugo.
That's not the same guy.
He's in
Lamar
California.
knows, right? Lamar knows someone at Domino's as well.
He might. He used to live in Cali. He moved back to Detroit. Well, he's in Ann Arbor now. He moved back maybe a year ago. He moved back. Yeah. You know him?
I don't. I've never met him.
Okay.
I know his father.
So it's a small world, man. So I don't know if you know Brian Davis. He is out but his brother passed away. Brother was killed in domestic. Yeah. Right. So his younger brother,
Where's
Marcus,
the dump cup?
was at Michigan.
You done with that Belgian?
I am, and I'm rinsing out my cup a little bit. Thank you, sir.
Facebook group together. So back in that hour as a maybe a year or so ago. Yeah. He was out in Cali. Yeah, he was out in Cali for a while. He was big shit down with Domino's, man. He just they opened up, I guess, maybe a supply chain or something in New Jersey.
Dude, supply chain is blowing up.
Yeah, so he was just in New Jersey opening up a new facility.
Wow, yeah.
Maybe a month ago.
Yep.
Yeah. So he's doing
Supply
well.
chain is a big part of our future. We gotta get the supply chain right. It's not wrong, but there's a lot of room for improvement.
He's the guy.
Yep.
Yep. Another blue immigrant.
Nice.
Go blue.
Go blue.
There's another Brewz brothers that I work with. I don't really know him that well. His name is Timothy Niles. Tim Niles.
Not post off.
No, he doesn't. He hardly ever posts.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we got a lot of people that don't post.
Got a lot of lurkers. Maybe we should talk about that.
They
and
jump
encourage
in.
them to,
I'm a lurker on most Facebook groups though.
I'm a lurker on some too,
Yeah.
Because like a lot of these bourbon groups, I'm a bit of a lurker.
Me too.
I'm not as active on.
I posted for a little while, but
Not being active is different than being a lurker. A lurker is active, you're just not posting.
that's true.
You know, I'm on a lot of bourbon groups that I don't post on.
Yeah.
And I force myself to repeat a post every once in a while.
Oh, okay.
You know, just to have some activity in it. But I'm not on the group, watching what's going on and seeing what's up. I'm not working on any groups.
The big problem for me is I'm on so many beer groups and bourbon groups, like I can't follow them all. I ignore 99% of them.
Who that is? New phone. Who this?
I need oh fuck. I'm sorry. I need
The mics are cold, not hot, so you're okay.
You're okay either way.
True, right.
Get my shit
I don't know
together.
what kind of messages we're getting that make us say, oh, fuck.
I
but,
just
whatever,
want the link to nothing. I'm not gonna talk about that.
Maybe not quite 5, maybe 2. Because everybody's here, right?
The link for non-members to watch
Podcast Detroit Live.
that.
Of the Facebook. Of
Right.
Brewz. So if they're not on Brewz Brothers, they can't see the Facebook feed.
Okay.
What's compressed?
All right.
Sasha, are you
I'm not
Are
drinking.
you intentionally ignoring?
I am not drinking that. Are you really gonna open that?
Yeah, I'm
If
opening
anybody
this.
from Rochester Mills is listening, they're gonna be pissed.
No, I'm gonna drink this and enjoy it.
Sponsorship.
They might. Right.
Hey.
We talk shit
Rochester
about
Mills.
them. They
Gotta tell the
call us
truth.
and say, hey, you want to? We'll cut.
I mean,
cut a
because
check for
look,
you
we
to
like Rochester Mills. It's just
that particular
Yeah.
box is shit.
is disappointing and terrible.
That is so harsh,
Disappointing
man.
and no.
What is it?
So
then?
what do you
Right.
What is it?
It's
then?
tradition for you, right?
So,
Look,
no,
if
right.
it wasn't terrible,
See,
why did
this-
you never finish
This is
it?
shit. This is shit right here.
Yeah, that was. I'm just pointing because I just bought that last year. That wasn't so. It hasn't been sitting in the cellar since 13.
That not age well.
No,
No,
not at
not
all.
at all.
Not at all. I'm gonna tell Ashley about it because that was straight from holiday. You know, makes me want to know about this port one.
No.
We'll figure
I was
it out.
excited about that, but I'm not so sure.
Tell Ashley he need a refund. What the crap is this?
Okay, we
I
got a
talked to
minute
Delisha.
left in the song. You're hearing in the headphones,
She wants
so we'll
to-
get
All
going
right.
then.
She wants the Masters blend.
The what?
The Masters blend on that rum. I talked to Delisha yesterday.
She does want it.
That's the one she wants. If it's still in play.
We can. I just told her forget about it. But
We were texting last night. She said she liked the Masters blend.
okay. So we want to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, 30 seconds.
We need some Wu-Tang break music.
We don't own the rights.
We
This
don't
is
own
the
the
free
rights.
We don't own the rights.
Not so bad.
We have
I
to
was
own the
listening
rights to the
Wu-Tang all the way
Wu-Tang.
over here. Grady can attest.
Now, what we can do is look. My son has an EP out, and he's got a
That's
couple
it. You
good
got the
ones.
rights
So
to that
yeah, we
music.
got the
Okay,
rights.
10
to that.
seconds.
10 seconds, all right.
5, 4, 3, 2.
We are back in my hangover voice, for those that are familiar with that cult classic movie. We are back. Brewz Brothers podcast, episode number 3, live in studio. And so on the break, we decided to pop open another brew. It is not this
Down.
Rochester Mills.
It's gonna happen.
Great. It's gonna happen.
It
gonna
ain't
happen
happened to me.
Look,
It already happened to me once.
Come on.
I'm traumatized.
I'm currently pouring this
Traumatized so
Southern
hard.
Tier
Y'all, I hate Rochester
Rum Barrel
Mills.
Imperial Pumpkin.
Thank you, Harry.
we don't hate Rochester
I
Mills.
hold
We
out
just
my
don't like
glass
this
happily.
box.
Right. Although, okay, so I heard the box this year was better.
Says who?
Okay.
This is not a
Maybe
reliable
not.
source right here. Obviously not.
Ah,
It's the same level of mediocre.
Because I don't know anything about this year's box.
Same
Me
level of
neither.
mediocre.
me either.
And I
Wow.
will not know anything about this year's box.
The barrel aged Imperial Stout was not horrible.
Well, you know what? They released, a couple of years ago, they released a barrel-aged 4-pack.
Mm-hmm.
And 3 of those 4 were good. they were.
They were good. Those were good.
And the
Those were
4th
good.
one wasn't bad. It was
Yeah.
just okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I
I'm
remember that
not
4-pack.
here to, again, and if anybody from Rochester Mills
We're
is listening,
sorry.
No,
but
we're
we're telling the
sorry.
truth. We're telling the
I
truth.
really-
No,
I do.
I like you guys. This is these other cats.
He's like, these assholes over here.
But that 4-pack, that barrel-aged 4-pack was nice.
4-pack was good.
That was
Yeah.
good.
The
Yeah.
4-pack was good.
And it
I
sold
want-
out quick,
I
too.
want them to do that
Yeah.
with this box.
Yes.
Times
yes.
12.
Even if they got to double the price of the box, I don't care. Do that with the box.
So you said if it was $55, $60,
Yeah,
you'd
buying
buy
that,
it.
so no.
If
No.
it was that 4-pack quality,
If it was that 4-pack quality, I would pay $40 for that box.
not 60.
No.
You would pay 60.
40.
60 is just $5 a beer.
Well, 60 for 12 beers. I would,
Yeah, it's
$60
for 12
was
beers.
a
It's
$5
12
a beer.
I would do that.
Yeah.
I would do
65
that.
bucks a
Yeah,
beer.
that's fair.
And 3 of those beers are gonna be good. No.
Not if they do it like they did the 4-pack.
That 4-pack was really good.
If they do it like that,
that's the reason why
3
I bought
out of 12 are good
the
for
12-pack
$60.
box, the Christmas box.
You got to put them
Because I
down.
said it has to be as
What
good
if
as
Prairie
the 4-pack.
put out a 12-pack for $60?
Man,
Buy that.
man, look, let me tell you something. First of all, it would never be
Everybody
$60.
buy that.
It'd probably
Never
never
happen.
$600. For that.
Right.
No, their 12-pack will be $120.
$120.
Yeah, they can't get Prairie money, dog.
No.
Not gonna happen. So since we're back, and we're focusing on our special guest, Sasha, who is
Proclaims the professors to be able to cook bread pudding and gumbo.
I done told you I can burn.
allegedly.
You know,
I can vouch for the bread pudding. That's as far as I get.
Thank you. As can Grady.
the alleged bread
You
pudding.
would have gotten the bread pudding. I packed it up for you and everything.
Oh, sounds like you dropped the ball. Is that what's happening?
No, there's some alleged.
You gotta like pumpkin. And
I love
I'm not a
pumpkin.
pumpkin guy either.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
that rum
love
barrel
pumpkin.
sets it off, man.
You like
So-
pumpkin, Sasha?
I do.
I'm not-
Oh,
You
yeah.
seem like-
Wait,
Hey, if you follow Sasha on social media, as soon as autumn hits,
Yes.
anything that's pumpkin, she's on
got
it.
it.
I'm on it.
I'm talking about pumpkin deodorant,
Yes.
pumpkin popcorn,
It's true.
pumpkin. What's the weirdest pumpkin thing you had this year?
Maybe the deodorant is still the weirdest.
Right, and I wasn't joking. She
No,
had
it
pumpkin
really is
deodorant.
pumpkin.
I didn't even know that existed.
Yes.
Me neither.
Shout out
Wow.
to the people at Native
Yeah,
who make
it-
natural
okay.
deodorant.
If it
Pumpkin
exists
spice
and they put it in a pumpkin spice variant,
I
Sasha's
have
had it.
Yes.
Yeah. So to continue kind of with our with our focus on Sasha,
You're not on pumpkins.
not on pumpkins. So
What
Sasha,
about Pumpkin Sasha?
Pumpkin Sasha,
That's your new nickname.
Pumpkin
Pumpkin
Sasha
Sasha.
Saturday.
No, I don't think I want that. What you gonna ask me? What you gonna ask me?
Well, I was gonna ask you. So much like the industry. Much like the industry
You know we're
is,
being watched, Pumpkin
is a
Sasha.
male-dominated industry when we talk about beer.
Yes,
Brewz Brothers is very much a male-populated space,
it is.
kind of by virtue of that same
Brothers. Brewz
right,
Brothers.
kind of by virtue of that same dynamic in the beer world.
Uh-huh.
So,
brothers.
as a lady Brewz Brothers,
I'm a lady.
yes, you are absolutely. What are your thoughts? What do you feel about the group?
I find the group to be very welcoming. All of you were looking at me when I turned over here, like you better say the
You
right.
better say it right there. The door is right there.
You don't need the code to get out, but you need the code to get in.
Oh no, I think the group has been very welcoming. That's not that hasn't been a problem. For me to ask you guys questions.
drop
or
it,
to
Grady
be
buys
included.
it.
Uh-oh.
Cut him off. Cut him off. Cut him off. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Pink bracelet. Yeah, go
To
ahead.
be invited to things and just to be a part of the group in general, I don't feel like that's a problem. That is my experience in this group. I am not a member of very many groups. That's not my experience in the beer world in general.
Let's hear about that.
I was going to say, I want to ask you a
Let's
very,
hear about that.
I want to
Yes.
ask you a very pointed question
Yes.
without naming names. We were listening to another beer podcast, and you took issue with a statement that was
I
made
did.
by a young lady that was a guest on the podcast,
Uh-huh.
and she made mention of the beer industry in terms of women being geared towards, hey, I'm out here buying beer for my husband or my male counterpart, as opposed to women being out to buy beer because they enjoy beer.
Steam
So
coming
would you?
out of my ears.
I know. So I think when you initially brought it up, I said, hey, at some point we
Yes.
probably could talk about that on the podcast.
Yes.
So can you give us as measured a response to that
I will try.
as measured or unmeasured as you'd like, because this is an open
Well-
space, obviously. So
I will start by saying everybody's entitled to their opinion. So, for me, in my house, I am the beer drinker. I am the beer aficionado. I'm not going to be in the store trying to buy beer for my husband because that's not. Hi, honey, you might be watching, but he's
Shout out to
not
Rico.
going to. Hi, Rico. He's not going to be the one that is drinking beer in the same way that I am. So I took offense to that comment because it's as if women only buy beer as an extension of their significant others. And that is not the case. And I don't think that beer should be marketed specifically. She was talking about marketing it to women specifically. It should not be marketed any different. I am able to taste the same way that a man is able to taste. So that just bugged me that this is, I mean, and coming from a woman, it's like, really? You cannot look at a beer, whatever the label may be, and whatever it is about that beer that you're interested in. You can't separate that from it needing to be small and pink.
Yeah.
I don't need that.
It doesn't need to be lavender.
It does not need to.
Juho does have a pink beer down there, though.
He does have a pink beer down there.
And it's
Segue.
a sour.
And we didn't right.
Very sour.
I would like to say that Juho didn't even know you were coming, so he was not pandering to.
No, I brought it for Grady.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait.
Who's wearing a pink shirt, by the way, too.
Hey, man.
I want, if there are ladies
Comfortable,
watching,
bruh.
just buy the beer you want. Try
Yeah.
it. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if it is geared towards women or marketed to. It doesn't. None of that matters. Whatever you want to try, whatever you're interested in, ask your beer guy at the store or beer girl. Sometimes they are ladies.
There you are.
Shout out to Annette May.
Yes.
Annette
Talk
May
about beer ladies. Annette May.
only made one mistake in her life.
Oh, here we go.
But, we won't
This
tell
is
the
gonna
story
happen
again.
every
You
time
never-
I mention Annette's name. Wayne's got to go back to this Fig Jam
See,
See,
situation.
the unmentionable. The
To him,
unmentionable.
to him, it's unmentionable.
The unmentionable.
I think Fig Jam is excellent.
It is.
I almost brought one because I knew that you were here.
It's a Belgian
Oh,
quad. I mean,
that was a mean face.
Whoa.
Yeah, I felt the pain.
Sour. Fig Jam. I mean, it's all the same. It's all relative at this point,
Yeah.
And you know what I don't understand is I don't understand Wayne's distaste for Fig Jam because he likes Belgians. I don't get it.
Do you like figs? Is it the fig? Is it what's going on, Wayne?
It's the
Talk to
fig.
me.
It's I can't mention that. It's unmentionable.
I don't want to upset you.
Look,
It's
this
okay.
beer-
You can upset him. This is the correct
this
form
beer
for this.
that we all agree was a drain pour that we just had.
That's what
Yes.
Fig Jam
I
is
would
to
drink
me.
that readily
Before Fig Jam?
before that unmentionable.
Have we talked about the acronym that Fig Jam represents?
No.
Fuck, I'm good. Just ask
good.
me. Fig Jam. Yes.
I would drink this
Yeah.
Reserva that we all agreed was a drain pour.
That was terrible.
So much.
It was-
Juho,
yeah.
I would say give me this one, and I'll drink it with a smile
Over
before
Fig
I
Jam.
touch that unmentionable
That,
beer.
that is a
ever
lot of
again.
hatred.
That's a lot of hatred.
Yeah.
That's
For a
deep.
good
That's
beer.
deep.
I liked
Yeah.
it.
So that's how much I
That,
detest that
and
unmentionable
Wayne
beer.
has confidence in my palate, and that made him question my palate.
I did.
Wow.
That's why I can't believe about this alleged bread pudding. Because
Right.
Okay.
he
I've
lost all
soiled my
faith.
reputation behind he doesn't like Fig Jam, and everybody
Yeah.
else in the world thinks it's
Unmentionable.
great.
So now I've got a question for you though, Sasha.
Yes.
I know being in this beer world where we are definitely overshadowed and outnumbered as a minority,
Yes.
which is it lacks diversity all around the board.
Mm-hmm.
And we go into so many breweries or releases, and when we walk in, we're the only bit of color there. When we leave, the color leaves as well.
It's the truth.
With being
We saw that one under a couple
a
weeks ago.
woman.
It was us. That was it.
with being a woman though,
Yes.
have you faced any situations or have you felt any uncomfortableness
I
at
have.
releases or breweries or
I don't want to say any
the likes?
names.
No
anywhere.
name.
names,
names.
no
Just
names, no names.
situational.
I think in general, when I go in and ask for something, or I come sit. I like to sit at the bar, so I go sit at the bar. I don't get a lot of I don't want to serve you kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
But when I ask for the things I want, it's like, oh, I get a lot of that. Oh, well, okay, kind of like you know what you're talking
They
about.
kind of like, how do you know about that?
Yeah. And so I'm like, well, I mean, but that's the world I move in. I work in IT security. I'm always the only bit of color in the room. So that is,
And likely the only lady in the room as well.
always. So I'm used to that, and I know those
See, but
responses.
you got Ellen here today, though.
Shout out to Ellen, engineer over there.
That's right. That's right. Representation counts.
Yes, it does. It does.
Yeah.
But so I'm used to that. That's my everyday at work, and I mean, not that my job. I don't want to make it sound like my job is
You
terrible.
love
but
your job. Hey, you love
it's
your job.
I do love my job.
Ellen, get the morning wood.
But that's. Oh God. Can we not do this?
That wasn't even directed at you.
No, I
Wayne
mean, you
asked
just
Ellen
got
if
off
she
task.
wanted wood.
It's a distracting term. Anyway, let's be serious now. Let's be adults. But no, I don't. But I do get confronted with the like, oh, you know about that, or kind of surprised that, or people will try to mansplain things to me and they'll tell me. Like I've had many men tell me what an IPA was. Have you ever had an IPA? And I'm like,
No.
Oh, wow.
So, but it is what it is. At least I get good beer in the end.
So overall, would you say your experiences are good though, or is it kind of 50-50
It's
or
about
less than
50-50.
50-50?
It's about 50-50. I love to walk into a place and there is a woman behind the bar and she is pouring the beer like Holmes. I've been there and there's a woman that works there.
Frasier's.
And Frasier's too. Shout out to
Frasier's.
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 You bumped into each other at Frasier's, yeah?
Yes.
I made her mad too.
I was gonna say, I think Grady almost caught a bad one because
I still love you though.
You took that
don't
picture
you
down.
don't you put pictures of me in a hoodie up?
I was looking toe up and I'm like, it's
Hey,
Frasier's.
it's
And you took a
Frasier's.
picture. You
It's
took a
Frasier's.
picture.
It's cheers.
Drinking beer.
Yeah.
I got Berkey's and a hoodie on, and I'm just
But
with
you know
my
what?
crew.
You're
like,
Ann Arbor. You look, yes, you're Ann Arborish.
You fit in?
Burgers
Oh
Ann Arbor.
my
Isn't that-
God.
isn't that the Ann Arbor
I
uniform?
That's the uniform,
Yeah.
right?
Don't they give you a handout? Look,
Hey,
you
but
must
you
wear
didn't
Burgers
talk
and
for like
hoodies in
2
Ann
or
Arbor.
3
I was
weeks.
mad.
No Berkey's, no
I had to
entrance
come give you
in
a
Ann
hug
Arbor,
too.
yeah.
So
You did.
that's okay.
All right.
Hey, look, I'll pour you a beer.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
He said
Some more of that
he,
pumpkin. Give me some.
he didn't say he'd buy you a beer. He said he'll pour you a beer.
No, but you know,
You came back and brought me a couple of beers. That
I
was
did.
sweet.
Yeah.
I actually went out to the car and brought you a beer.
Jewel,
Wow.
does it have a-
Aw.
does a Jewel
That's
have a
right, 'cause I
hoodie
got
on
beer.
now?
Is it
I do.
sad that I
Does
have
have
beer in the car?
Does
I
it
give
Ann
away.
Arbor?
We all have beer in there.
Yeah.
All right. See, I rest my case.
Hoodie, duck boots, you know.
Duck boots.
Duck
Berkey's
boots,
and duck
Berkey's.
boots.
That's right.
Yeah, what you gonna do?
Ann
Yeah.
Arbor uniform.
It's okay.
It is.
It's okay.
Don't put
I
on
want to go
Facebook.
on record. I don't want to leave here without that prairie getting popped open today.
Yeah.
So we're on this rum barrel
where'd it
pump
go?
king now.
What,
I don't,
which
I don't
which
know, but I
prairie
wanted
are
to
we
make
talking
sure.
about?
Oh, he put it away already. He
Look at you.
No,
Hiding
no.
it.
Because this has been here for
That's
2
the,
shows.
Is that the French toast?
Oh, yeah,
something
yeah.
or
This is the
another?
French toast brunch. I don't
Yeah.
remember what I brought last time.
We don't know. We didn't open it.
Jules
Yeah, we
got
opened
so
it.
many
We opened it.
whales. He doesn't remember which
that's
whale he
sad.
brought.
I
last time.
lose.
You
I
brought
lose
one of the
something like
dogs
lose
last
whales.
time.
That's
It
probably
was,
not good.
It was one of the dogs last time.
Yeah,
I don't
it
remember
was,
which
yeah,
one it was.
yeah.
One of the
I don't
dogs,
remember
though.
either.
So,
Yeah,
Juho, I'm going to take a break from Sasha for a second just to ask you, how do you accumulate so many whales that you managed to lose? Didn't you say you lost a
I lost a morning delight.
morning delight?
That was sad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's like you have so many things in your basement,
True.
your cellar,
True.
and you bring things to various shares, and sometimes they don't get open and you accidentally leave it there, or they get drank and you forgot it got drank because it was at the end of the share when you weren't quite
A
there.
little fuzzy.
Yeah, a little fuzzy.
Yeah. Yep.
So yeah,
Well, I will say that I lost track of a vanilla rye OG.
see,
Yeah. I have it now, but I found it.
Oh, you found it.
Shout to Ed Reed. Ed Reed was like, "Yo, did you know this was in your basement?" I was like, "No, I've been looking for that."
Oh, Ed's mistake. He should have just taken it.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. Tuck it.
Shout out to Ed.
Right.
And
Honest
Hey,
Ed.
honest Ed.
two people
Honest
to check
Ed.
off my list to not go in the basement. No Juho, no Grady.
But you know what? I would have brought it back to your house and shared it with you.
So
yeah,
you owe me.
Yeah, right, yeah, indeed. And that's exactly what's going to happen. We got to get a vanilla piece together soon. We've been talking about that for a long time, getting a little miniature vanilla.
Oh, Sasha
share.
missed out getting a new vanilla.
I got a
She
vanilla for
did.
you.
She could have brought
Yeah.
some.
I
She
got
coulda-
vanilla.
You got
Yeah.
coconut too?
Yeah, I do.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing.
Well, you like
You-
coconut adjunct?
She loves
I love
coconut.
Oh, yeah.
But that's the thing.
Pumpkin and coconuts.
I got some interest in coconut beers.
Yeah.
Well, the qualifier for the vanilla share is that you got to have a vanilla beer. If you don't have a
Yeah.
vanilla beer, you can't come.
Oh,
All right.
That is the price of admission.
Can it be like dragon's milk?
No,
no.
No,
it's
that's
got to be like FO, OG vanilla rye.
Oh,
Yeah.
What about triple mash?
We could maybe
That
find
qualify?
something for you.
Triple mash is
Maybe.
a vanilla
Maybe
rye.
find something for
I'm
you.
not talking to you no more. I'm gonna be dipping in my kids' college fund.
Hey, they just got to get better grades. That's all.
They got, and you know,
Scholarships.
the great side of it is Wayne can advise you how to financially recoup from blowing all your money on beer.
Oh Lord.
It all goes hand in hand.
It all goes hand in hand. So we're kind of finishing off this Rum Barrel Pumpkin, which
pretty good.
is good. I will say that the
Wasn't as good as the morning wood.
Oh, Grady hates
it's
it.
not as good as the
I
morning
don't like
wood.
pumpkin,
Great.
man. I don't like pumpkin. Man.
Well, it's
Sorry.
for me, the body has fallen off just a little.
Oh.
Look,
It was
look,
a little heavier on the body.
strike one, strike two. Hey, look.
Grady, you just checking them all off, huh?
Hey.
You're not gonna be welcome at anybody's crib.
You
man.
know what? I mean, now the sweet potato, we could probably talk.
Oh, I had one of those.
Hey, shout
outside
to Wes
sweet
O'Leary at our
Yeah,
side, man.
yeah.
No.
Hey, Wes been rocking with us for a long time.
Yeah.
He has.
Since before he had anything to do with our side.
Yes, he did.
When
When
he
he
was
was
over
over
at Cork and Rye,
Cork and Rye.
which is now closed, I understand.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a bummer.
Wow.
But shout to the outside pimp. West
Eyesight Pimp.
He keeps us taken care of at Eyesight. And also shout out to Bob Hospoduric who checked in. He's listening to us live. But Wes, we need some vanilla stouts from.
Check your phone.
Yeah, we need some vanilla stouts from Eyesight. Can you make that happen?
A couple years ago, we had a share called Nillageddon. We had crazy vanilla beers. We should do that here. We should do that with Brewz Brothers.
I don't remember that one.
Okay.
We weren't invited.
No,
I see.
it was with a different group.
Yeah, wait.
Right.
Wait a minute.
What?
So you weren't
Different
invited
group?
either.
No.
Hey, so Sasha, you just got an offer.
Ooh.
We got to have you on here more often, I guess.
What's going on?
Bernard and Flavio had to go because apparently Flavio's tribe was getting a little out of hand. Kids were wilding out a little
I know how
bit.
that is.
I know
Kids
a bit
are
about
kids.
that.
Yep.
So he said that you want to brew a stout with your bread pudding. A bread pudding
wow.
stout.
Dude, that would be awesome.
Okay. All right. Well,
And you know what? I got to get some royalties off that. We should just call it Sasha.
Oh, okay.
Boom.
it's always been my dream.
That's it.
Wait, who brews? Bernardo or Flavio?
Both.
Oh, they both do.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And we have to release
They
it
put
on
it together.
Wednesday.
Boom.
On Sasha's
Which
Saturday,
is
darling.
by default Harry's Day because every day is Harry's Day. We got a Brewz Brothers connection here. So can we do a bread pudding stout?
Yeah, sure.
We gotta get
So-
a barrel.
Sure.
It's gotta be
Wow,
barrel
it's
aged.
gotta be
You
barrel.
gotta
yeah.
get
Gotta be
barrels are
barrel
no
aged.
problem.
Yeah.
Hey Dom, can we get one of those barrels? Look
Wait a
out
minute.
for
Wait a
it.
Hi,
minute.
Dom.
Sasha likes rum.
Should we do
Should
a
we let
rum barrel?
should we let the cat out of the
No.
bag?
Well, so
Should we let the
Should
cat
we-
out of the bag?
we might as well.
Okay,
We're
the
here.
cat's out of the bag.
Do it.
So we've
Next
been
up,
kind of keeping it under wraps.
There's keep an eye out. Keep an eye out. Beginning of January, February, the Brewz Brothers rum barrel
Our first rum
is coming out. So
Yeah.
you know it's
is going to be a Don
Do not
Q
tell me this.
it's
Masters
look,
blend.
Yeah, just you know, it's coming. Just
It's
stay alert.
It's not something.
More
you would,
details to be coming.
Yeah, it's
later.
not something you'd find on a regular liquor
Yeah.
store shelf.
Yeah.
And this one's going to be a little bit of a big deal if
gonna be a big
we can
deal.
get it to go the way we want
Be
it
a
to
big
go.
deal.
More
So,
details coming
More details
soon.
to follow.
Yeah,
But that might be a
But if we
good-
could get that barrel with your affinity for rum and drop this banana pudding rum barrel aged stout.
Bread pudding.
Bread
I'm
pudding
sorry,
stout.
bread
No,
pudding.
I always put bourbon in my bread pudding.
That's
Try it with
perfect.
Rum.
That's
Well,
all right.
So
Do bourbon bread
double
pudding.
barrel.
Double
It's a
barrel.
double
It's a
barrel.
double barrel.
All right.
Double barrel.
Okay.
Go with that.
It's a double barrel bread pudding stout.
Okay.
And we'll just call
Oh wow.
it very simply Sasha.
Simply Sasha?
I'm gonna
Just
be-
Sasha.
No,
I'm
just
gonna be
Sasha.
so
and like little
famous.
tight print, like old school, like
It's a little
tight
tight
print.
and be very
Yeah,
small.
like this, yeah.
Yeah.
With a little asterisk at the end.
Yeah, you gotta look at
Sasha.
it.
That's it.
You gotta look at it. Yeah, you gotta be like, what's that called?
No, it needs to be big and sparkly.
No,
Big and sparkly?
no,
We're not
doing
no,
big and
no, we're not doing big.
I'm a big and sparkly kind of girl.
No, no.
Well, I'll tell you what. Maybe you can make a poster
Yeah, I'm not
because
artistic.
the label is gonna be. wait. So as
No.
festive and sparkly as you are,
No, I wear other
you're not.
people's
You're not
creations.
crafty.
I am not crafty.
You know who is crafty?
Who?
My wife.
She can make a poster.
She could make you a sparkly
can't do it.
poster or a
All
sparkly
with all
shirt.
types of glitter
Can I,
and stuff
ooh,
on
types
it.
is there
of
gonna
gl-
be glitter? Can I come over for glitter?
But the
My wife will make
label
you.
is gonna be little,
Yeah, the label's gonna be little typeset.
little,
I'll
little
take a
typeset.
poster.
But
I'll
she
take
could,
what I can get.
My wife could make you a. She would, I'm sure, be.
Man, that's gonna be awesome.
She likes making sparkly stuff.
Brewz
like
Brothers, if
sparkly
if
stuff.
if,
She
if you're
likes the
listening
regular
now,
stuff, but she gets a kick out of being able to use her sparkly material.
Okay.
So the two of you should talk.
We should.
I will bow out of that conversation because
You
I am
probably
not
should.
crafty.
No. Unless
So-
you like glitter.
We
You
need a
like
beer
glitter?
open.
So I got a little bit of a story here.
Okay.
So we
I'm
went
sorry.
to
Before you
Oh.
tell the story,
yeah.
let's remind listeners that they can call in and reach us.
Yeah, the
Oh.
number
At
248-809-5004.
One more time, just a little bit slower.
248-809-5004.
They can call in and weigh in on the conversation.
Yeah, please do. So
Okay.
we're talking about glitter and sparkles. So we went
That's what
to
happens when Sasha's here.
right. I went to a holiday event a couple of weeks ago, well, not even a couple, maybe a week and a half ago, over the holiday weekend, and my daughter had this beautiful sparkly dress on, and I had on a black suit, and my brother-in-law had on a very dark, sport coat, and so of course she's hugging us and sitting on our laps, and we look down and we're all sparkled up and we look like we've been to a gentleman's club.
You're beautiful.
And
Wait, is that what happens?
my brother-in-law's like, we might as well make it legit
Maybe.
and go.
The
to a
ladies are
gentleman's club.
glittery?
We've we've already. I hear the ladies might be glittery at a gentleman's club. I wouldn't know.
I don't
anything
know.
about
Are
that.
you all clamming up on the? We talked about
Heard
morning
that.
wood for like 15 minutes, and now
So yes, I
It's a
returned
beer,
from this
Sasha.
party all glittered up. So.
I've never drank glitter beer.
I've
And
seen
it's
this
a thing.
stuff.
I've seen it.
Right?
It's
It's
Yeah.
a thing,
Who would
and I've
drink
got to
that?
say, I'm not doing it.
I'd
There's
try
no way
it.
in hell I'm
I think
drinking that.
I
I would
Supernatural
try
did.
it. I'd try
There's
it.
no way in
Oh,
hell
wow.
I'm doing it. I'm not doing a glitter beer. I'm sorry.
You'll do morning wood, but not the glitter.
Well, I get
That's a
it.
loaded, that is a loaded question.
Whoa. Well, you know.
That
okay.
is a loaded question.
Every time I'm gonna giggle. Every time. Cheers.
You stay on task.
There's no right answer. to
No,
that
no.
question.
It's like,
Oh, this smells lovely.
oh,
It's very nice. This is the French toast one, right?
Yeah.
Smells
Has anybody not had this? Where's this going? Yeah.
Right here, right here. Oh, I
It
get
smells
Brady
like
pour, huh?
breakfast. Oh, that is
Oh yeah, you
good.
gotta- yeah.
The prairie dogs are usually good.
This is really good.
Yeah, they're
What do
usually
you
good.
think? When you say really good, what do you taste?
It tastes like breakfast. It
There's
tastes
still a pour left.
maple.
Ellen, did you get a pour?
Wait, now we've got to clarify breakfast because breakfast means
cinnamon?
different things to different
Cinnamon
people.
in there?
Syrupy
Lot of
breakfast.
My kids
Oh,
get up
man.
and eat chocolate Cheerios for breakfast, and that's their thing.
I like to cook
Vanilla?
breakfast on the weekend. I make big because I worked in the week.
Oh,
I
yeah,
make big
Sasha, we
breakfast.
don't
I make
believe
I
you,
make
you know.
biscuits. I make.
There she goes
I
again.
make
You
quiche
know,
last
here we
week.
go.
I thought I was
Here we
I
go
thought I was a
again.
big deal. I put together an omelet or something on the weekend, but I don't.
I do a spread every week.
Wasn't that a song?
Here we
It's
go
my
again.
style.
Here. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was
You,
we
you
go
guys are
again.
in Ann Arbor. Come
You
over to
know.
my house like 10 o'clock on Saturday. It'll be a ton of shit.
Here we go again. You know,
I
she-
mean,
I mean,
might be
you don't
strong
come to Ann
on
Arbor,
Friday.
so
biscuits and
Well, he has been to my house, so I will give him a pass.
Is
You've
that
been
right?
to my house too.
Is that right?
I mean, I'm not quite in Ann Arbor, but I'm halfway.
I'm technically an
For
MC
him,
now.
for him, I'm
I-
halfway between his house and Ann Arbor.
Oh, so you've been to everyone's house except mine.
Now hold on.
Got it.
Now Sasha, you're in a new house. Let's not act like you've been
Right.
at that address
Right.
forever.
Okay. all
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Okay. All
You've
right.
been there like 3
And
days.
congratulations on your new house.
Thank you very much.
How's the
fantastic.
not
It's really
building
good.
a
Oh,
cellar
man.
coming in your new
It's
house?
not going well. I am, thanks to Wayne, I have all sorts of things.
Well,
in my
Sasha,
not
and
cellar.
I'm going to go on record. We are on Facebook Live. We are on the podcast.
I know.
Do not accumulate a cellar.
Don't
No.
do it. Don't
Ah.
do it.
You have to define what cellar means.
Do not keep more than 30 beers on hand.
Devil's advocate over here. I don't think I have 30. I maybe have 20. Maybe 20.
You
Oh,
get
You keep more than 30.
No,
You can
no.
go above 30.
Make 30
You
your
keep-
cap.
You go above 30. You
Okay.
go above 30.
Why?
You go above 30.
30 turns to 100.
If
quick.
you had it to
Now,
do
once you get to 100, stop.
The 100 stop. Yep.
If
That-
you had
that-
it-
that's my
100
number. That's my
100's
number.
number. 100's the hard cutoff.
Yep.
So here's my
Stop
question.
at 100.
If you had it to do over again, knowing what you know now, why would you need to keep more than 30 or 40 beers on hand?
Because you still like to age some, and some are very age worthy.
And also, like, sometimes releases hit a whole bunch of stuff all at once.
Yeah.
You got to get all of those, you know?
So what's age worthy now, and what are you buying full packs of now? Like now, I don't buy a full pack
Yeah.
of anything,
Nothing. I buy nothing.
with the exception of the fresh IPAs from like Holmes.
Yeah.
And
First of all,
Ascension.
Because you drink those
When
drink
Dan
them
hits
fresh on the
you,
spot.
Drink
On the
them
spot,
now.
right.
Yeah.
when Dan blows your porch up,
Now, okay.
you're already. I mean,
Well, you
come on now.
You introduced a
Dan.
variable that everybody doesn't
Yeah.
have. Dan is a different.
Yeah, when Dan
different
blows
thing.
your porch up,
Yeah.
you're at that number already.
Yeah. You're
So
screwed.
you
You're
got
screwed.
you
one,
gotta have
one
the 100
Dan
number.
push bomb and you're screwed. It's
And
all
you're
over.
done.
All right. I've not experienced a Dan porch bomb.
Yeah, you'll be.
Dan.
How about we split a porch bomb? 'Cause
Okay.
I tell
Yeah.
you what,
Let's do
they
that.
come hard and heavy.
Hard
it's
and
just
heavy.
so much. It's so much in a box. I mean, the
Alright.
box is literally about yay big, and it's just full.
You
It's-
just get
it's
one
crazy.
box.
Let's
That's
do
all I
it.
can afford, man.
Nah, dude. So
See,
so
yeah,
Wayne
I
Wayne
get it.
Wayne
I
gets
get
his
2-3
shipments.
boxes.
You get about
Yeah.
3-4 boxes.
So
I get
yeah.
one.
if you've got a
I get
FedEx
one.
account, they'll send you an email saying you got a package coming. So I'm sure Wayne gets like 4 emails at a time because they're all broken up into.
Yeah.
Is your wife listening?
She maybe she knows. Once she found out about the second seller, I
second
stopped
seller.
hiding.
Yeah.
I have to ask questions about that.
When she found out about the second seller, I stopped hiding the beers, and so she
Yeah, because
understands.
FedEx will rat you out.
Yeah.
Brother sent me. I won a razzle one time, and brother Mike Rohak. Shout out to Mike
Good dude,
Rohak. I
good
don't know if
dude,
he's-
good dude.
Yeah, real
Good
good
dude,
dude.
good dude.
He I want to
He's on Brewz,
razzle.
isn't he?
He's not.
He's not. He's on.
We'll have to add him. I know he's on the other
doing
one.
for the culture on the other spot.
Yeah.
We
should
got to
add him.
add him. But he, I want to razzle, and he sent me the beer that I won, but he also sent me something else. And so my FedEx message came through and told me the box weighed like 4 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
So I shoot him a message. I'm like, dog, a beer does not weigh 4 pounds. I won a single bottle of beer. What else did you send? And he's like, man, FedEx will fuck up a wet dream. He said, just wait till your box comes and, you know. So I get the box, and this brother sent me a bottle of Elmer T. Lee bourbon.
Oh, nice.
Now,
Damn.
you know what my Dan boxes come in at, Wayne, at?
30 pounds, 20 pounds,
No.
50 pounds.
50.
Yeah.
50?
They come in at like 48 and a half,
Yeah,
48
ouch.
point,
That is
yeah.
good. Did you get
Dude.
My box from Dan's come in hard and heavy.
Your show is going to top out at about 10,000 bottles.
Right. So when Wayne talks about his porch breaking, he may be literally saying there's a crack in my porch
Right.
from this 100-pound box.
Yeah.
You're gonna need a stonemason, man.
I do. I always ask for one.
Okay.
You know, but 100 bottles,
Message.
that should be the cap.
That's
Hey
the limit.
man, this French toast stout
This is
Right?
amazing. Look,
from
It is.
Prairie is amazing.
beer of the night.
I gotta say that I know there's a little bit of debate about this. I enjoyed the Roque French toast.
Me too.
This absolutely murders that.
Oh, it murders it.
I mean,
What happened?
this is like, I feel like I just cut up a piece of French toast and took a bite out of it.
Oh my goodness.
What I like about the Roque piece,
I just
though,
tasted it.
somehow Roque managed to get the butter in there. This doesn't have the butter,
Nah.
but it's got everything else.
Yeah.
And it's got a heavier mouthfeel, and it is amazing.
I think we need a breakfast share where we have these, like French toast, and then someone cooks. It may not be me.
So
might
maybe
be Wayne.
so maybe
You know
Sasha's not aware of some of our shenanigans.
Oh.
I think we've had some
Oh.
early day
Oh.
shares that may have been appropriate for breakfast, but
Yes, we have.
that's for off air. That's that's
Oh.
not for wax.
I can't wait to hear the stories.
That's an off wax story.
Yeah, that's the.
Oh.
Yeah,
Those get a little.
they do, and they
Oh.
make the rest of the day really long.
They
The,
do.
the last day, the
Wait,
last time we had
Where are you thinking?
the last time I had a,
I'm sorry, Harry.
Yeah, go
Sasha
ahead.
asked me where I was at, and I just saw Brian over there with his friend, the tree.
oh
And-
yeah. Shout to Brian Williams making love to the tree.
I have
Yeah.
missed so many things.
Oh, you have.
So the last midday share we had, it was the last one I attended, was in Wayne's backyard.
Skip that share.
And skip day share.
skip day shares.
And it wasn't only a skip day share. Daniel Hine was in town for his birthday.
Yeah.
Yes, he was. His actual birthday. Well,
his-
every day is his birthday.
But this was his
Actuals.
actual birthday.
It was Dan Day squared.
Yeah.
So Dan brought bourbon
Yes.
and scotch and
Along with the
beer,
regular stuff.
Right.
along with full access to Wayne's cellar because we were in his backyard
Yes.
And my bar.
and his bar
Did I not get an
and his barbecue.
And his barbecue.
And that night,
No, yeah.
my wife and her beloved sorority had a party. So I left there to go and party some more.
sloppy ass.
Needless to say, I was not worth a fluid ounce of shit
It's a long day.
the next day. It's a long day.
Yeah.
It's a long day. It's a long day.
I think I smoked, what did I smoke? I smoked a brisket.
Oh, there were cigars too.
Some
Speaking of smoking,
Yeah,
there
there
were
were cigars
cigars.
too,
Yeah.
Nice.
How
A
did I get
couple
invited to one of these
turkeys. It was-
shindigs,
yeah, it
fellas?
was-
Well, you know, Sasha, at that point, that was a
I think
very.
you weren't part of the group at that point, were you?
No, she was part of the
She was
group,
part?
but
Okay.
that was
They
a
just didn't trust
insular
me.
kind of thing. That was a
It happens.
kind of a if you're there, you're there
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I like the
No. I think you may have been invited. You just, you're supposed to bring your bread
No,
pudding. Didn't
that
come.
wasn't it. that wasn't that day.
Was it? You can
It
only
was
come when
that
you got
day.
bread pudding.
Yeah.
These
She
fools
had no bread
called,
pudding.
No, you called me at work, and y'all were wasting. Who was that? I know you called me.
See,
And
she
there
brought
was
no
like,
bread
were
pudding.
you there? You called
I had nothing to do with that. I was not involved in that
Oh
call.
my
They called me
gosh.
at my job, wasted. When you come in here, bring us some food. And I'm like, I'm at work, gentlemen. I can't.
Yeah.
I'm
That
trying
was
to
the day.
sound
That was
like
the-
That was the day.
it.
Wasn't that the day, Greg?
Had to.
That was the
Had to have
day.
been. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that was
Okay.
Sounds
Yeah.
like a poor excuse. You could
We
have ducked out
were
of work.
expecting some bread pudding,
Well,
and we didn't get it.
I could
and
have ducked out of work, but I couldn't
alleged
bring
bread
bread
pudding.
pudding. That's a 2-day
Ah.
process, so
Any
End of
bread
that day
pudding that
about
takes
6
2
o'clock,
days
right?
to make.
It's good with me. It was
It's-
good.
It's
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
Allegedly
I
so.
do my thing.
Have you
Mama
made?
Love had some of that too. She said it was great too.
Thanks.
Have you made some yet with one of the Brewz Brothers select bourbons?
Yes, the one that you guys had.
So you made it with the
Elijah
Elijah
Craig.
Craig.
I did.
Yeah, she
I made
did.
it with
Really?
I did. Yes, I did.
Look at Wayne getting even more indignant. Well, I'll say this: how much bourbon does it take to make one of those?
About a cup. It does. It's not a
I
whole lot.
still have a half a bottle of our Elijah Craig pick that I will donate
Bless
to the
your heart,
making
darling.
of.
Aw.
This
Not for you to
alleged-
drink.
Well,
You
no.
got to make the bread pudding with it.
I will make the bread pudding. Yes. Okay. All right.
I
I
didn't-
drank
I-
all of mine.
I mean, you
Don't
were
trust
you're
her,
kind of
Harry.
excited almost
well,
as if you
no,
were going to
no.
drink
I know
it.
what you. I know.
Don't
what you
trust it,
meant.
Harry. Keep your bourbon, man. Keep your bourbon.
Because this is my last
bourbon.
bottle.
Oh,
it's,
keep
it's
your
my
bourbon.
it's the last of my Brewz
That bread,
Brothers Elijah
that
Craig
bread pudding's
bottle.
gonna taste
So
like
it better
Jim
go to-
Beam. He's gonna be like,
That's fine by me. What it better
I'm
taste like
kidding.
Elijah Craig, not Jim Beam.
all right. I can do that. I can do that. Is this for when am I making this?
You are on record. You tell February.
Harry,
Oh, okay. This is the February.
Harry,
Yeah.
have her video, the making of it.
Oh,
Why don't you trust me?
can you go live making this?
I could, I guess.
There we
Sure.
go live on Brewz Brothers making
it.
the
Brewz
bread
Brothers
pudding.
live.
With the Brewz Brothers
Sasha's
bourbon.
No.
Kitchen.
Okay.
And Harry,
Crazy ass kitchen.
put a seal on your bottle.
Put a seal.
Put a seal on your bottle to make sure your bottle isn't, replaced with some inadequate spirits.
I am
How
wounded.
amazing
Like,
would
what?
bread pudding be with a 14-and-a-half-year-old Knob Creek?
Oh,
Mark Donkers, I know you still got a bottle.
I don't know. I don't
Donkers,
know.
I know you still got a bottle.
Yeah, he
Yo,
does. He
hey,
does.
let's make that happen.
I will make the sauce to go on the bread pudding with it, but not put it in the bread.
So you'll put the
'Cause it's
Elijah
gonna
Craig in
lose
the
it.
bed, in
I'll
the
put,
bread.
yeah. And
But
then
the
the
sauce
the
you'll
bourbon
make
sauce
with
that goes on top.
So
'Cause
a
it's gonna
double,
lose
so a
the-
double barrel Brewz Brothers bread pudding.
This sounds amazing.
it does.
Oh yeah.
Man.
Having Sasha on the podcast might be the best idea we've had so far. Only if it pans
This
out. in
alleged
February.
stuff happens.
Right.
Yeah.
Because allegedly,
Now,
you know,
if February comes and goes and we haven't had this, you probably can't come back.
Just make sure my invitation does not get lost in the mail.
Harry, Sasha's been invited before, so she's just we'll have to see.
You know, Wayne, why are you giving me a hard time today?
I just have to keep it. I have to keep it straight with my brothers.
Oh,
You know,
oh,
I have to.
I'm
keep
on the
it
other
clean.
side of the table now.
And look, we've got my hero down here. I cannot disappoint my hero because if there's ever beer that I want to taste, I know I can call up my hero, and he's got 2 or 3. Just like, hey, you want to try this? Let's have it. And he'll review it before we have it because he gets everything.
Is that double stack open?
So
No,
no,
it's not.
but
You want to?
the criminally bad elf is not open yet.
We gotta get.
I'd like to get to the double stack, and I certainly,
All right,
well,
all
I definitely want to get to one of these bad elves. The criminally bad is
you know,
sounds like
okay,
it's right
yeah.
up my alley.
I do, but let's get to the double stack and then and
It's a
we'll
little
pick an
more-
elf.
So
Oh.
what about this Rochester Mills? We didn't talk.
Hey man,
Sasha's gonna take that
I'm
home with her.
not. No, hell no, I'm not taking that.
hey man, y'all gonna have Rochester Mills coming down to burn the
Uh-uh.
studio, man.
I brought
sorry,
it in
I-
good faith that we
For
would
the
drink
record,
this.
I love y'all.
Juho is gonna be the one to save us
Okay, look.
from the
If
wrath
you
of
if
Rochester
you want to
Mills.
open that thing,
that thing.
I will.
Okay.
Said it like,
thing.
said it like there's gonna like an alien is gonna
Right.
pop out of the can.
I'll consider it.
Well,
Alrighty.
you thank you. I appreciate you.
Are you really gonna open it?
I am gonna open it because it's not going home with me.
No.
It's gonna be amazing.
Okay.
Okay,
We'll see.
okay,
It's
fine,
age of
okay.
reflection. It's age to reflection.
Open that double stack.
Yeah,
And go around.
Yeah.
This will come. This will come right behind it.
There's a bit of this prairie French toast.
Have at it. It's all yours.
Have at it.
Have at it.
You.
Grady Pork.
Grady pour.
There you go.
Ding ding, hit the bell.
Oh,
Come on, Grady.
Grady don't want to hit the bell on a Grady Pour.
Hell no.
He mad because I don't like his beer.
Well, you know what? While we're
Now,
while
this
we're
would be a
pouring
Grady
beer,
Pour right here.
I definitely want to give a shout out to Podcast Detroit being housed here at the Detroit Shipping Company.
Yes.
It's a great venue. They've got good
Yes.
food. This ice cream place or this coffee house here does hand-packed ice cream that they'll straight up make in front of you.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know, right? So for those who can tolerate lactose,
Grady pour.
um,
I took a Grady
out.
pour.
You should for this one here. This is
Yeah?
a great beer. That's a
Alright.
great beer.
they made some mint chocolate chip for me right in front of me
Nice.
last time I was here, and it was pretty amazing.
Good.
There's more maple in this than that.
All right, let me taste it.
There's more. There's more maple.
So we just poured a double stack, which what is some Great Notion,
close.
right?
It's close. Yeah, Great Notion.
Great Notion. It's legendary.
It is.
It's
Sort of, kind of. I haven't tasted it yet. I can't imagine how much better it might be than the one from whatever Andrew brought back. I don't remember the name of the brewery.
I haven't had that one.
We'll take care of it. I got some.
All right.
Yeah.
No, this is good though.
This is a good beer.
It's fermented
good.
with an irresponsible amount of maple syrup.
Yeah, it's there. It's
disagree.
all there.
I disagree.
No, it's not
You don't like it?
It's not irresponsible. It's
Nothing's
there.
irresponsible about maple syrup. I mean,
Well, but I will say that the one that Andrew brought back, the pancake stack nuggets,
Yeah.
is more maple than this.
Oh.
that sounds.
This is really coffee to me. So
This almost has a maple finish.
Yeah.
That pancake stack nuggets, is maple from beginning to end. Like you open it and your kitchen smells like maple, or whatever room you're in.
I thought this one was
Wow.
fresh.
Okay.
I have a more recent one. We should crack that.
breakfast share.
You know, Juho, I'm never gonna turn down something you bring.
Skip
to me.
Skip that.
Skip day.
Skip day. Skip
Skip
day.
day.
Don't say it
Hashtag
on
skip
air.
day.
Yeah, right,
Nah,
skip
well,
day.
those who know. If
Look,
you know, you know.
My boss will get on me anyway.
His
so-
boss, prick.
My boss is the worst. So
Man, hey,
Dang.
I don't know how he doesn't punch his boss in the face every day.
Oh, my
He's
gosh.
got incredible restraint.
Are we attempting to do a skip day before the year is out?
We'll talk about that.
talk about that off air.
Off air.
Off air.
I feel so smart.
While we're
Not
giving
for
shout outs,
Okay.
definitely shout out to the Old Nation.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
We gotta
yes.
Always.
shout those guys out.
Hey man,
And-
y'all need to
and-
get some more pastry stout out. Old Nation, it's that time
Mark,
of year. It's stout
Mark
season.
Travis, are you listening?
Yeah, make it happen.
I still
Pastry
haven't had
stout.
this double.
And I'm fine. I'm fine with the base. I don't even need
Important.
extra pastry.
So, we
Just
can
get the
we can
stout
make
out,
that
man.
happen for you.
Thank you.
We can make
You're
some
good
double
to me,
happen.
Wayne.
Yeah, we'll make
Even
that
though you're
happen.
mean to me sometimes, you make it work.
We make the double. We'll make
Wayne's
the,
mean to you.
We'll make the double dry hop
what?
happen.
Wayne's probably mean to you because his boss is a prick, so he's got to take it all on somebody.
That
Yeah, my
guy.
boss.
I hear it. I hear.
Man.
Terrible.
Shout out to William Phillips for our intro and outro.
William Phillips.
William.
Hey man, we
You know,
appreciate
Yeah,
you.
we do.
Giving us
Yeah.
the rights to his music.
Yes, indeed.
Right.
Yes,
Appreciate
indeed.
that, and I hear he's working on some more stuff for us. So
Okay.
we can't wait to pop that on.
Hey,
and
doing it for the
and
culture,
check that
man.
out.
We appreciate you.
Definitely
Yeah.
for the culture. So,
Yeah.
appreciate him on that.
Is he a beer guy too? Is he coming into his own?
He's coming to his own.
Under the tutelage of a well-seasoned master.
He is coming into his own.
Okay.
He does like stouts.
Well,
We know
But,
he's
but not Rochester.
But not
man,
Stop
y'all
it.
y'all gonna
Stop
keep
it.
going
Stop
back.
it.
Jesus
Stop it.
Christ!
Stop
Come
it.
on, man.
Right.
Let's get off.
Okay. All right.
Let's change the topic. We got about 9 minutes left.
Woo, okay.
9
So,
minutes. All
so
right.
we had an interesting discussion, me and Juho, before we went live about our favorite beer of the holiday season, Goose Island's Bourbon County.
Okay.
People get really, really heated about Bourbon County being purchased by InBev. And, I've received some unflattening texts because I posted some beers that I...
How dare you buy InBev
right.
beers?
Asshole.
You were the devil.
Right.
You're supporting
okay.
big business.
Is it just that they're a big business that
Well,
bought a small? I don't know the
Correct.
history.
Okay, so InBev is who manufactures Budweiser.
Oh,
They
okay.
bought
Dilly
Goose
Dilly.
Island. Right.
Dilly dilly.
So they bought Goose Island some years ago.
Oh,
And
okay.
so I still go after the beer because the beer, to me, is phenomenal.
It
a
is
good
great.
beer.
It's
yes,
phenomenal beer.
yes.
It's a good beer.
And
But it's not
still
craft beer.
It's not
It's
craft
AB
beer.
InBev.
It's right.
AB
So,
InBev.
right. So I
Dilly
posted
dilly.
Dilly dilly.
Still good.
right, a picture in a different group, and I got some of the nastiest.
You got haze.
bullshit.
Yeah, you got
It's some
haze.
fucking
Uh-oh.
bull. You drinking this nine?
Were you able
craft
to
beer?
sleep that night?
Yeah, I was. I was drunk from
threatening you now.
I was drunk from the Bourbon County. So I mean, what do you want from me? So I mean, it was just. I just want to bring it up as a topic because
Okay.
I mean, it's still good beer. I mean,
great beer.
Right.
should we not drink it because it's not craft? I mean, I'm gonna
Well,
drink it.
I think I touched on it earlier, man. I mean, I don't know how much that changes the recipe. And for me, if it's good, I'm going to drink it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'll be completely transparent. If Budweiser made a beer that was worth it, shit, I'd drink it.
Hell yes.
Not liking that barrel aged.
They do. It's called. But they do, and they call it
called
Goose Island.
Exactly. Or just like Heineken calls their upper end Lagunitas.
Lagunitas.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So if if it's a good beer, I'll
And
drink
that Willetize is off the chain.
Oh, I had some last night.
I had a
That's
high,
fantastic.
I had a
That's
high Westified last night.
Oh, I have one left. I
Now,
have
you know
one
what?
left.
So much coffee.
Why doesn't
dog.
Lagunitas catch it like the way Goose Island does?
Because Goose Island. Well, hold on. The Goose Island piece, from what I understand, and correct me if I'm wrong, was a total buyout.
It was a buyout.
Lagunitas
Okay.
is only a partial. Heineken only owns a percentage of
I
Lagunitas.
think that's correct.
It might be a majority percentage,
Yeah,
but only
yeah.
a percentage. Whereas AB InBev totally bought.
But who cares?
I don't.
What's the difference?
Right.
It's not craft.
It's still
And
good.
to be,
It's
and
still
to be
part of
clear,
culture.
I don't drink 312 because it's shit.
It's terrible.
Nah, that's terrible.
I don't drink any. I really don't drink anything else from Goose Island.
These people
But
that
when
want
Bourbon
to,
County drops, it's good beer.
it's great beer. These people that want to buy on this craft brewery hill, it's stupid. It's arbitrary.
Yeah.
So legally, like you have X barrels, your craft brewery. You get one more barrel, you're no longer craft brewery. It's arbitrary BS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if it's good beer, I'm gonna drink it.
Yes.
So
And why are
Sasha-
you gonna die on this hill, right?
Yeah.
Y'all probably own Fords. You don't own a craft car.
Yeah. You're
Y'all,
right.
y'all probably
So
rocking your iPhone.
Is Tesla
iPhone?
is Tesla a craft car? Is
Maybe.
that-
It may be. It may be.
Tesla or Mini or
You know?
yeah.
Now, what
Like-
would be a craft phone?
I don't know, man, but these same
Nothing
cats are
anybody
probably
has.
Metro PCS a craft phone. You know?
or like
you-
Crap phone.
Shout out to those that own a Metro.
Right.
And you're hanging out with Brewz Brothers. No offense intended.
Sorry
hey
about that.
Sasha, I got a message.
Yeah.
And I will encrypt this message
Oh.
because it's not for public consumption in terms of.
Oh, wow. We really want to hear this.
However,
So do
we have an event in the making, and I have been instructed to inform you that one Redbeard will be present.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, now hold on.
brothers.
Now wait a
Need
minute.
brothers.
Wait.
brothers.
Is that what's going on?
Do
Wait
you-
a minute.
Now wait a minute.
Now,
We
now,
got all
wait a
these
minute. I
brothers
hung out
sitting at this table.
with Red Beard.
Right.
And
We got all these brothers sitting at this table,
And that's what he
the
does?
reaction Redbeard gets, and he's not even here. Well, anyway, Redbeard, I've been
to
informed
Redbeard.
that
To me, brothers.
Redbeard will be at the event,
I will be.
and your
I
attendance
will be
is
overjoyed.
encouraged.
Oh, I will be.
Oh, my goodness.
So we get some dude that's 5 feet tall.
Speaking
with
of
a red
elves.
beard. Right, speaking of elves. This is the reaction we get.
Very bad elf. In honor of Red Beard.
No.
One more beer. One more beer.
You gotta do it.
One more beer. We gotta have.
No.
Crack the very bad elf.
No, we have
it's
to
already
do. We
over,
have to
bro.
We
do
have to do one of
criminally
the.
bad.
Okay.
Criminally bad.
Criminally bad elf
We
in
will
honor
have a line.
of
Only
Red
crack that
Beard.
If you drink this
We got 4 minutes, fellas.
Rochester Milk.
You give me a swallow. I
Red
don't
Beard.
know.
This criminally
I'm
bad
gonna-
elf is cracked in your honor,
Grady
sir.
pour.
Red Beard, you know you have my heart, darling. Stop pouring that
Oh,
shit. Stop.
I'm sorry.
You drink it.
I got some right here.
Well, then you drink more of it. I don't want that shit.
beer of the night. This is the
Ooh-wee.
beer.
This is the beer tonight.
Yep.
Now, are we good? 2 weeks. 2 weeks from now, we got Brewz Brothers live.
Where at?
One under. One
Oh,
under. Are we
all right.
confirmed, Harry? I said it, so I hope
we will be confirmed.
Steve, I hope you're listening.
And
If
Grady
not-
still sucks.
I don't. Jesus Christ! Hey, Rochester Mills, guys. You
It's
guys
just
do quality
Sasha.
work.
It's just
we
We
me.
know,
move on.
we know you work hard.
You know what?
We're oiled up. We've been pre-gaming.
This is barrel aged, and this is not that bad. Come on,
It's not barrel aged.
It is.
What?
It is.
Is it?
Because you read
Was
it.
it 4.5%? What is
No,
it?
about
Ooh-wee.
Jesus
6.
Christ! Hey, Steve Tamina.
It's got a
shouts to
karate
you.
barrel aged. It's about 5%.
Shouts to you at
That's
1 under.
8.5.
We're
See?
looking to come and talk to you and be live there at our next broadcast.
2 weeks. 2 weeks from
2 weeks
today.
from today. I'll be in touch to solidify everything. Sasha is now imbibing her favorite style of stout, which
not.
is the milk stout.
Sasha, you finish that so we can get
No.
into this red beer.
Are you
So that-
Finish it.
Are you
And-
pouring it up to the cup? Get the bell. Get the bell.
Goodbye. Get
So,
the
you know,
Wow.
it's needless to say, I don't think we'll be invited to Rochester Mills anytime soon.
That was criminal.
I'm going to call Rochester Mills and see if we can go live from there.
They're my favorite brewery.
I will skip that one.
Maybe Juho should make that call.
Oh, baby.
Juho, you call him.
No.
You can call him.
Okay, criminally bad elf. Is that what we were going with?
Yeah,
Criminally
let's do
bad
that.
elf.
Let's do that.
That's the
Because-
last one. We've only got a couple
take us
minutes.
on out with
All
that one right
We'll
there.
take. We'll be
right.
sampling this on the way out.
Yep.
This is in your
so
honor, Red Beard, darling.
2 weeks. People,
Red
please
Beard,
join us.
darling. See, wait a
One
minute.
under
So,
in Livonia.
1 under in Livonia. That's what we'll be for live the next time.
It's gonna be great.
I'm having a problem with the fact that
It's
Redbeard
greatly
is
mediocre.
being referred to as darling.
I just call called you a
And-
baby.
But you're swooning over this Redbeard who's not even here.
This is my guy.
So we got
You know?
1 minute. So
Right.
we're
You
gonna go
see
ahead and get out of here. This criminally bad elf is going around the table.
Anybody? No? Yes.
We wish a happy holiday season to everybody, whatever holiday you might be observing. Brewz Brothers Podcast, Episode 3. Thanks to our surprise special guest, Sasha, one of the Lady Brewz Brothers.
Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. Happy Harry's Day. Have a great week for the culture.
Don't
Brewz
forget
Brothers
Double Wednesday next
signing
week. Wednesday
out. Double
Squared.
Wednesday
My birthday.
Squared for his birthday.
Bring out your
Sasha's
minnows.
got a birthday. Bring the instrumentals in because if you don't, I'm going to go over the time. So, hey, thank you, everybody, for listening. Thanks to everybody that's assembled for
Shout out
coming
to
out.
Ellen.
Thank you.
Shout to
Thanks,
Ellen.
Ellen, always.
Ellen on the board. Hey!
Dilly.
Dilly. Brewz Brothers out until the next time.
Peace.
For the culture.
This Rochester Mills is not bad. This is good.